tonight. Our house, Bulls country, rulers of Cahaba Valley. Our house, Bulls country, rulers of Cahaba Valley. No, this ain't no rodeo. Bulls country, rulers of Cahaba Valley. Our house, Bulls country, rulers of Cahaba Valley. Our house, Bulls country, rulers of Cahaba Valley. Our house, Bulls country, rulers of Cahaba Valley. No, this ain't no rodeo. Vulcan on the right, lineup is set and the roster's tight. Blades laced up and the twigs feeling right, going Bulls deep in the ring tonight. Our house, Bulls country, rulers of Cahaba Valley. Our house, Bulls country, rulers of Cahaba Valley. No, this ain't no rodeo. Load up the bullpen, fire up the crowd. Turning Bulls loose, make the family proud. About to jump the puck, gonna go bar down. Boys crash the crease and tear up this town. House, Bulls country, rulers of the Cahaba Valley. House, Bulls country, rulers of the Cahaba Valley. No, this ain't no rodeo. Tempest flare gloves hit the ice. Kick his ass not once but twice. Down south losing is a sin. Bulls light the lamp and the good gods win. Steel on ice and hearts on fire. Every goal takes us higher and higher. In the valley under the stars so bright, we fight for glory, we fight tonight. Our house, Bulls country, rulers of Cahaba Valley.
We're well past the halfway point of the regular season. Only 23 games remain on the Birmingham Bulls schedule. Thankfully, the month of January comes to a close tonight. It has not been fun. But it turned out to be what I warned and feared most as we dropped from fourth in the standings all the way to a tie for sixth, and it could have been worse. The Bulls find themselves only 4 points ahead of Macon, which currently sits in ninth place and out of the playoffs. Instead of fighting for home ice advantage in the first round of the playoffs, now Birmingham finds itself fighting for its playoff lives. There's simply no room for error from here on out, and not a better time to say 2 points is a must tonight. It is a must win for the Birmingham Bulls. The Bulls have lost 4 of the last 5, including the last 3 consecutive to Peoria in Peoria. If the Bulls want to put an end to this skid, a monumental improvement in offensive production must take place. Birmingham have scored only 8 goals in the last 5 games. That's an average of scoring 1.6 goals per game. So either A, they need more goals, or B, Austin Lotz and Hayden Stewart need to pitch shutouts in every game. That will not happen. So it's obvious more goals need to be scored, or the end of the season will come sooner than what we all wanted. Hello again, Alabama. Jody Chernesky here alongside former Bulls goalie Greg Dravany for a Friday night at the Pelham Civic Complex. Greg, we got 4 new players out here on the Bulls roster, which means we got some players that normally are on the ice that won't be tonight. Division III hockey season ends on February 22nd. And more players will come available then, not only for Birmingham, but for the remaining portion of the league. For those currently on a roster in the SPHL, no matter what team you're on, what does this mean? How should it affect your mindset as a player? When you were playing, in the East Coast League and the hockey season in the collegiate ranks was coming to an end. What entered your mind? Was it something that worried you?
Personally, Jody, it never worried me because I never thought about it. You know what I mean? I mean, you just got to go out there, play hockey every night, and I think that if you're out there on the ice and you're on a team and you're struggling or you're not doing what you were brought in to do or something like that, then absolutely. That's when you get lost in the extracurriculars and what's going on out around you in the world and everything like that. But when you're dialed in and you're a hockey player, that stuff like that doesn't even enter your mind as long as you're on track and things are going the way that you expect them to be going.
Well, obviously it hasn't for Birmingham this season, especially in the month of January. So with 3 new guys, 4 actually coming into tonight, and we'll talk more about them as the night goes along, those guys being Aiden Litke, who has already played for the Birmingham Bulls coming into tonight, along with Jared Christie, Tony Pentagon, and tonight a new player, one that I've been screaming for really for 2.5 years, a much larger man who plays very tough on the back end, the defenseman Kyle Powell. So 4 players, Aiden Litke, Kyle Powell, as in Socky one, Jared Christie, and a Pentagon. Does this put pressure on the team itself that's remaining? Because tonight, we're without some major firepower. 46% of our goal production will not be playing tonight. Carson Rose is out with an injury. Drake Glover's out with an injury. Nikita Kozarev is out with an injury. And Trevor Thurston will be serving a 1-game suspension tonight. Those 4 players accounted for 42 goals, 36 assists. But what's even more worrisome to me, they're also taking a plus 32 plus-minus rating off the bench and off the ice as well for Birmingham. That's a lot to replace, Greg.
Well, Jody, it's one of those things where, you know what, I'm a firm believer. I've coached a lot of hockey teams and things like that, and I'll tell you, having your top guys out of the lineup, yeah, if it's the playoffs, you obviously want them in the lineup, but going into a game like tonight, you know what? It gives the Bulls a chance to create that new identity. You talked about Kyle Powell coming in, the guy's 6'6". I was watching him in warm-up. He can rip shots from the point. He's going to be real interesting to see what he brings to the team. And then you've got 3 other new guys coming in. A couple of them played in France 2 together. And Litke's a buddy of theirs, and you know what? If they throw them on a line together, I'm telling you, sometimes clean energy and chemistry can go a lot further than talent, and that's what I'm looking for tonight. I'm looking for a dirty, gritty game. You can throw skill out the window and how fast we are and everything like that. Tonight's the night you have an opportunity to create a new identity for the Birmingham Bulls and go out and have hard work and win your one-on-one puck battles and just be a tenacious pain in the butt to play against.
You and I have talked about it really for 2.5 years, 3 years, if you consider what we've been doing since we came back, about the necessity, the need for those dirty, those greasy goals that just come out of nowhere off of a bad angle shot, off of a bounce in front of the net, off of somebody's rear end or skate or inadvertently off their stick. How else can you break this terrible streak that we seem to be on? Greg, we haven't scored more than 2 goals in a game. We only did that twice this entire month. And the last 5 games, not at all.
Well, it's been a tough schedule. I mean, you don't play Peoria much, and when you do play them, you're going in there. And, Jody, I'll tell you, that's what I'm saying about there's a difference of your team not playing well and you think you should be playing better than you are when, you know, I watched the 3 games against Peoria, and the Bulls were in every game. Going into the 3rd period, there was a 1-goal differential. So, you know, that's the positive I'm taking out of that. You know, obviously, Peoria, they're first in the league, and they're there for a reason. And
they're the defending champions. Well, I get what you're saying.
And they are. So, if I'm the Bulls, it was close. And sometimes close is okay when you're playing Peoria 3-3 on the road, but now's your chance to come back and take that same effort you had, that same gritty style, and they played pretty well, I thought. So
yeah, okay.
Come out against Fayetteville, and now the true test is tonight. Let's see what you got, because you're right. January's over, but this is that critical part of the season that everybody waits for. And usually, you know, Christmas, New Year's, January, everybody's kind of got the humbug and blah, blah, blah. Well, now you are in the upswing into February and the downswing into the playoffs. So this is when it gets real, and you got to bring it right now tonight.
How do you just turn that on when it hasn't been on all year long, Greg?
Well, it's one of those things, Jody, where it comes down to personnel. And like I said, who are your key guys? Who are your key guys who are working hard? Higgins, right? Doing well. He comes in as a PK specialist type guy, defensive player. You know what I mean? He's putting up points for the Bulls. That's good. The Ledziankos, where are you? Right? Like, that's something that has to be addressed tonight and coming in, because in the last, 8 games?
Yeah.
They've been goalless.
Right.
And those guys have way too much talent to be out here, play 8 games for the Bulls and not be putting anything on the board. So tonight, you got a young guy in goal for Fayetteville, a 21-year-old kid. He's, you know.
He looks like he's 15.
Well, he looks young. But the bottom line is he's a rookie for lack of any other better term. So if you're the Ledziankos, here's a guy that skill-wise, you top, and every time you're coming down the blue line, you should be ripping the puck for his eyes and going bar down.
But they don't do that. The frustrating part for me, watching the Twins, Phil and Kip Ledzianko play, it's so frustrating to know how much talent they have, to see how much talent they have, yet they refuse to rip the puck, to shoot the puck. Both of them have told me face to face, I want an assist, I want a dish, I want to feed the puck. In the meantime, we're starving for goals. They've got too much talent not to let that shot rip. And, you know, and again, this is criticism. I know it is, but this isn't peewee hockey. This is professional hockey. I'm allowed to say things such as this. They seem to be doing one thing, and they do it well, and that's look for each other and pass each other the puck. That doesn't result in goals. You got to wait for that perfect moment, the timing, to feed to someone else, because they're just not going to shoot the puck, Greg.
Well, Jody, that's one aspect of their game that you're right, they have to change. But I tell you what, you look at the size of the Ledziankos, they're not big in stature.
No.
But I tell you what, Jody, they're doing all the little things away from the puck.
They are.
The way that we need them to. And I can't ask them to change anything about their game except shooting the puck. So for a rookie coming into the league, in my point, that's something. They got to fix it. They got to fix it tonight. But, I mean, pound for pound, every time I see them, they're going east and west. They're finishing checks against the boards. They're going in for one-on-one puck battles. And you know what I mean? They're doing a lot of things right. It's just that we have to find who's your next 3 top goal scorers in this lineup that we're going to see here in about 10 minutes.
Well, I'm glad you brought that up. The Ledziankos actually surprised me in their toughness. They don't just finish checks. They seek an opportunity to deliver checks, then finish them. And if you do something to them, they're coming right back at you. If it's a dirty hit, they're going right back after you. So that's a pleasant surprise to this game, but it's just frustrating to me to know they've got such a solid, wicked wrist shot, snapshot, but they just don't use it, Greg.
One of those things, Jody, where it only takes one time for something to click, and I'm putting my money on tonight's the night that it's going to click for them.
Well, we'll find out as things are starting to take place here at the Pelham Civic Complex. The lights going out for a player introduction. We'll take a break and we'll come back for a player introduction, referee introduction, and the playing of our national anthem. Jody Chernesky here along with Greg Dreveny. Stay with us, everyone. Bulls hockey coming up right after this. Okay, Jody Chernesky back at the Pelham Civic Complex along with Greg Dreveny as we get set for Friday night hockey here at the Pelham Civic Complex. Greg, I mentioned this briefly, and you played the game. I didn't. I've been a student of the game really my whole life, an employee of it for a great portion of it as well. You're coming off a 3 consecutive loss weekend in Peoria, Illinois, to a team that, quite honestly, is just better than we are right now. I'm not much for participation trophies. I don't buy into the whole it's okay because, we did okay in this or that, or now we're doing this or that. Participation is one thing, winning is another. Art Clarkson used to say, don't confuse efforts with results. And even though we did play very well in Peoria, we came away with nothing, Greg. Tonight's 2 points, in my mind at least, become beyond crucial. You got to have these 2 tonight, no matter how you get them.
Definitely one of those things, Jody, where tonight, in my opinion, starts the remainder of the year. You've got to wipe clean everything else that's happened up to this point. And then, if you're the Bulls, you're absolutely right. You've got 2 points right now. You're sitting 1 point ahead of Evansville. You're tied for 6th place. And this is where it all starts. Coming out here, getting 2 big points tonight, and then following it up with another good effort tomorrow night.
If you're listening in only on audio for YouTube, I'd really like to know something. This noise tonight, for whatever reason to me, is much louder than it normally is. And I can't figure out if it's going to be, if it's the way it's sounding to our audio only on YouTube. I want to know if it's even, if you think it's louder or if there's a problem because of the volume of this. If you're watching, of course, on Flow Sports Hockey TV, I'd like to know as well. There's a message board on our YouTube program if you want to sign on. And just let us know. It's about the only way we can communicate with our listeners is through the YouTube message board. And for all you guys back home that have, family that are playing here for the Bulls, and for that matter, Fayetteville, if you're listening in, I'd love to hear from you. I'd love to know where you're listening from, who you are, who you're related to, who you're friends with. It means something to put a personal touch on all these players out there. We've had so many families come by and say hello to us. I'd like to keep that going, but we'll pause real quick for the playing and singing of our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare of bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
All right, nice rendition of our national anthem. Starting lineups first for the visiting Fayetteville Marksmen on defense will be Nicholas Parody. He'll be lined up alongside Ryan Leith. Up front, Ryan Nolan, Johnny Monkovich, and Dalton Hunter. In net for Fayetteville, a surprise to us tonight, Mason, I'm going to hope I'm pronouncing this right, Greg, Mason Beaupitt. We'll go with Beaupitt.
Yep.
That may be the only some of these names we don't get a chance to verify, that being one of them in the visiting locker room. Usually likes to have a little fun with you, and they'll tell you the wrong pronunciation. We'll go with Bopit. For Birmingham, defensively, Ryan Romeo, the veteran, along with Jamie Dorsey. Up front, Troy McTavish, Phil Ledzianko with his brother Kip, and net Austin Lotz. Lotz with an 8-11 record, a 3.08 goals against average, and a 904 save percentage. Bopit, on the other hand, a 4-5 record coming into tonight's game, a 4.19 goals against, and an 886 save percentage. Referee tonight is Mark Duncan, the linesman Corey Fossa, and Colin Fulks. Greg, I was actually surprised when I found out that Mason Bopit will be the starting goalie tonight for Fayetteville over Ryan Kinney. Kinney, one of the top goalies in this league.
Well, one of those things, Jody, where if you're Fayetteville coming in and you're looking at the standings and you're playing the game on paper, this is probably a good game to start this kid in. But from my standpoint, seeing at what I saw the Bulls give out last weekend and the effort that they had, I think that they're going to be in for a rude awakening here tonight.
Ryan Kinney leads the SPHL in wins with 17 and in minutes played with 1,694. He leads the league in saves at 868 and shootout wins with 3. Bopit, on the other hand, historically played 4 years in the Western Hockey League with Spokane and Winnipeg, 71 games played. Best season, 2021, 3.24 goals against, and a 916 save percentage. As we're underway here at the Pelham Civic Complex, a nice but late arriving crowd filing in on Scout Night here in Pelham. Bulls with the puck, sends a pass ahead for McTavish, who will tip it in. Played behind by Parity for Leach. And along the near wall here, Fayetteville will try and get it out of their zone. It's tied up in the corner. Puck comes free. Ledzianko tries to hammer it behind the net. It's taken away, and back comes Fayetteville through center ice. Now Ledzianko takes Nolan down. That's pretty close to a hook, if you ask me. Birmingham got away with. Puck now at center ice, held up there at the blue line. Olnick, who's back in the lineup after a couple of weeks off on an injury, sends it back in his own zone where Brierly sends it far side for Romeo. Down the ice, no icing, played behind the net by Bopit. Olnick takes it away, tried to center one out for Sinclair, knocked away, deflected, and Fayetteville clears the zone. Brierly will send it in, played behind the net by Gervais. Along the far wall now, puck comes free for the Bulls. Brierly with a shot, never made it through. It's loose in the slot, comes free, taken away by Acosta, and he'll chip one off the boards back into the Bulls zone. Near corner played by Birmingham. That's Christie, and one of the newcomers gives it to Powell, Kyle Powell, that is, the big 6'6", 225-pound defenseman. Birmingham keeps the puck in alive in the Fayetteville zone. A Pentagon back at the point. Near side Clark, slap shot, save made. Right in front was Licky trying to look for a rebound or a tip. Couldn't get either one, and Bopit holds on for a face-off in his own zone.
Like it so far, Jody, like what I'm seeing. Brierly starting things off with a good neutral zone pick there. Slow down Fayetteville coming hard through the neutral zone. Sends it back in, and the Bulls are there. They're flying down low, and that's the game they got to play. Work that puck low to high, get some shots on this kid.
Christie, one of the other newcomers for the Bulls, wins the draw, and Clark backhands one deep. Played behind the net, Christie has it. Tries to get away. Can't do it. Fayetteville squares it up and sends it through center ice. Chipped in to the Birmingham Bulls zone by Abbott. Now Matthews catches up with it first. We can't clear. Played behind the net. Matthews again sends it far side. Abbott has it. He centers a pass. Nice save made by Lotz on a bad angle shot. He saw it the whole way. Gervais centers one through the slot. Nobody there. Christie will take it for Birmingham, and he clears. Litke has it for Kip Ledzianko. He takes a shot. Pad save made by Bopit. And the puck is cleared back into the Bulls zone. Jamie Dorsey has it. Just underway, first period, no score. Ledzianko chips it ahead for his brother Kip. Near left wing side, centers one in front for McTavish. He couldn't get the shot off. Now Birmingham's Romeo couldn't keep the puck in, so Birmingham will have to clear the zone, and Fayetteville will have an easy exit. Dalton Hunter has it taken away from him by McTavish. Sends it into the near corner, giving chase. Kip Ledzianko looking for his brother in front. It bounced off of the Fayetteville defenseman right into the skates of Bopit, and we'll have a face-off in the Fayetteville zone.
Be an interesting combination tonight, Jody. Interesting matchup, I guess, is a better way to put it. Whereas Fayetteville, from what I saw in reviewing the tape on them, watching them play and stuff like that, this is going to boil down to effort tonight, because Fayetteville, they don't play an overly physically aggressive game, and be interesting to see. It's going to come down to who wants some more of these one-on-one puck battles.
Off the draw, puck comes right back in on Bopit. He'll hold on. Another thing about Fayetteville in a scouting report, both you and I saw, in the first period, Fayetteville's, that's their weakest period. They're a -20 in goal differential in the first period. What does that mean? It means you need to jump on them while you can, because the second and third period, they buckle down and they play better defensively and have better offensive production. But -20, that's a pretty big differential for a period of hockey.
Would you say that that's bus legs, whether they're at home or on the road?
Well, it's a possibility, but slow starts is kind of an enigma. I don't quite understand how you can start slowly and then finish it off like you're a Stanley Cup champion. But Fayetteville's had a great season so far, better first half than this part, but they still wind up in third place overall in the league coming into the night's game with Birmingham. Chipped into the Bull zone, giving chase is Grimshaw. Dorsey for Birmingham catches up with it first, but he can't clear. Delivers a hit in the corner. Now the loose puck played along the near side. Birmingham clears. That one lifts high into the air, neutral ice, chipped down by Sinclair. Played behind the goal line, that's Acosta. He'll send it far side. Send it to the near corner for Birmingham. Acosta comes in, he takes the shot, didn't get all of it. Lodge made the save, but lost the rebound. Birmingham fortunate to clear. And here comes Acosta again, right in that circle, takes the shot, save made by Lotz. Puck loose in the Bull zone, picked up by Brierly. Taylor sends one ahead to Christie. It bounced off his stick. Ryback had it. Sends it ahead for Acosta. In the Bull zone, picked up by Christie. Jared Christie banks one off the glass and out. This one's going to go out of play. The newcomers for Birmingham, Jared Christie, getting a lot of ice time early on, along with Kyle Powell defensively.
Well, so far so good, Jody, with those four, the three new guys up front, Powell in the back end. You just saw Powell stepping into the neutral zone there, looking for a big hit. And I'm telling you, as forwards on Fayetteville, they don't want to face that all night. I guarantee you watch them, they're going to start coming in the other side.
Off the draw, Fayetteville has it. On the far boards, Ledzianko takes out Parity. Loose, though, behind the Bulls' neck. Coming away with it, Fayetteville back at the point. Monkovich looks, walks right in through the slot, try to get a backhander. He can't. Fed it in the slot. Birmingham intercepts, and if you can hurry, it's a 2-on-1 with the Ledziankos. That's Phil with it, drops it for Clark. Bounce off everyone, and now 2-on-1 the other way. Dalton Hunter with the puck. Hunter sends one in front. Shot was taken, a deflection goes wide of the net. And back into the Fayetteville zone. Icing is going to be called as Sinclair was on his way. But the linesman held the arm up, said he couldn't make it. And Fayetteville touches up first. So a faceoff comes back into the Bull zone. On that deflection in front for Fayetteville, Ryan Nolan was there as we gave the puck away. And it turned into a 2-on-1 the other way when we couldn't get our shot off. Luckily, it goes wide.
Kicking off February, Jody. February 1st, Hawaiian Shirt Night. Aloha Bulls fans.
That's tomorrow night, right?
Yep. Join us tomorrow night for Hawaiian Shirt Night at the Pelham Civic Complex. The Birmingham Bulls take on the Fayetteville Marksmen with a puck drop at 7 p.m. The first 1,000 adults through the doors will receive a Hawaiian shirt courtesy of Window World and CBS 42. Don't miss the fun night of hockey. That Saturday, February 1st at 7 p.m. We'll see you there.
Hawaiian shirts. Do you wear those in the summer, or you like a bowling shirt, or you don't have any, right? Unless it came from the Bulls, I don't see you having any Hawaiian shirts.
No, I've never owned a Hawaiian shirt aside
They're
from
comfortable.
the ones
I'm telling you,
that
they're
the Bulls
comfortable.
got me.
That's tomorrow night. Doors open at 6, so if you're interested, I would get my tickets early and show up at the door at 6. Off the draw, it's steered aside by Austin Lotz. In the corner, played by Hunter. Hunter's hounded there by Matthews. The puck comes free, kept alive by Gervais. He'll send it behind the net. Nolan was there, but Clark takes it away for Birmingham. Right through the slot comes to Kip Ledzianko. He'll send one in off of the leg of Fayetteville's defenseman. He's calling for a replacement. Puck still alive in the Fayetteville zone. Romeo almost intercepted it, but he tipped it right back, and Fayetteville will clear. Nolan giving chase. Jamie Dorsey will catch up with it first for Birmingham. Ahead for Penner. Penner seeing his first action since coming back from the IR for Birmingham. Along the near side, Penner checks his man Acosta, or Ambrosio that is played by Acosta. His shot goes wide, kept alive by Fayetteville. Along the far boards, that's a quick skater out there. There's a shot taken and a penalty coming up. The whistle blows. I didn't see any infraction, Greg, but the referee blew the whistle and he's calling for people off the ice.
Looks like
Birmingham,
Dorsey and
yeah.
Ambrosio. So they'll both be going off and offsetting minors here. Be interesting to see if will they go 4-on-4.
Well, again, I didn't see what was happening. I don't know. We do know it's coincidentals. Here's the call.
Alex Ambrosio, 2 minutes for cross-checking. Number 23, Alex Ambrosio, 2 minutes for cross-checking. Birmingham penalty. Number 44, Jamie Dorsey, 2 minutes for unsportsmanlike conduct.
Okay, so somebody got mad, somebody cross-checked him for getting mad, and they both go to the penalty box. I'm okay with that. Are you?
Oh, yeah, and they're jarring back and forth down there, so we'll see what happens when these two guys are going to come out of the box at the same time here, Jody. I wouldn't be surprised if we don't see one. You put 11 minutes and 39 seconds down for you fans at home 2 minutes from now, and see if we don't have little fisticuffs going at center ice.
Jamie Dorsey's third in the league in major penalties. He has 7 major penalties on the year. Kyler Matthews for Birmingham is right behind him with 6 major penalties. Doesn't seem like that, but that's the way the stats read. Played along the far boards. Birmingham has it. They'll walk back behind Lotz and set the play. 4-on-4 hockey unless something is called for another minute 40 seconds. Through center ice, into the zone. Drop back looking for Romeo, who's playing up front. Now going down on the play is Higgins. He sets it up behind the net. Birmingham changing lines. Parody behind his own net. It's it on the far wall. Return for Nicholas Parody. He'll circle back. Phil Ledzianko on him. Dalton Hunter takes it away, and he'll try and skate past Ledzianko, and does. Gains the Bull zone. Poke check, not away. There's a shot, a nice one by Hunter. He maintained control of the puck. Lotz just answered the call. Now it's near boards. Played off the boards by Birmingham. If we can hurry, 3-on-2. Matthews with the puck. He takes the shot, hit off the defenseman in front. Played by Fayetteville. Nolan with it. Had it taken away from him by Ledzianko. Taken away from him, and here comes Fayetteville the other way. Wilkins with the puck. Alex Wilkins stops, waits for some help. Far face-off circle, breaks on.
Oh, brother.
Walked around the defenseman, takes the shot. Arm save made by Lotz. Birmingham has the rebound, and they'll clear. In their own zone now, skating away is Ryan Romeo. Gets away from Monkovich, and he'll dump it in. Birmingham not the greatest of teams in dump and chase hockey, but that's what's going on right now at 4-on-4 for another 15 seconds. Grimshaw gets away from Powell. Lets the puck slide out. Lotz himself clears it along the near side, but not out. Tyler Love with a shot. Well wide of the net. Sinclair plays it for Birmingham. And both penalties have expired, and we're back at full and even strength. 5-on-5 hockey. Fayetteville in their own zone. Skates away, tips one right behind the Bulls net. Played by Litke, far side for Olnick. He chips one out. Not a lot of controlled action right now from either team. Just passing the puck back and forth. Deflections off boards, not a lot of control. There's a shot along the far boards taken. Lots with a good save there on his glove side. Greg, this kind of sloppy play on both ends of the ice right now.
Well, it is, and that last rush in by Fayetteville, Jody, kind of made me cringe a little bit. It's one of those things where Powell's the new guy into the lineup, but the D have to communicate there because with Fayetteville, they stopped, and there was a big gap there by Powell, and he kind of stopped. He didn't know what to do. You got to be aggressive there. Otherwise, you're just a big screen for the goalie.
And going down on the play, Fayetteville does pass one, but it's taken away by Clark. And center ice, chip back into the Bull zone. Clark has it for Birmingham. Long cross ice pass for Litke. He takes the shot wide of the net, well wide. Puck, rebound played along the near boards. Hunter tried to clear it free. Now Litke delivers a check, takes the puck away. Aiden Litke takes a backhand skate save made by Bopit. Puck loose along the near wall. Christie sends it behind the net. Apetagon picks it up for Birmingham. Newcomer Tony Apetagon sends it to the far corner. Brierly has it for Birmingham. Returns it right back behind the net. Litke is there but can't get it. And Fayetteville's Ryback clears one to center ice. Quickly Brierly turns it right back in. Taylor in front looking for Ledzianko. His deflection goes wide. Back comes Fayetteville through center ice. Hunter sends one over. Waiting for it. Monkovic was there. It comes back for Wilkins. His shot save made by Lotz. Monkovic there. Can't control it. Birmingham takes it away. Powell sends one into the Fayetteville zone to nobody, and it's cleared easily by Fayetteville. Powell having a little trouble finding his way here in the first period. There's Sinclair going in after it now on the play. Save made. We got a player down in the corner. Puck goes in the net. The whistle had blown. There's no goal. An injured player for Fayetteville. And I believe, Greg, that's Aonzo. John Aonzo down. The whistle blew well before the shot that was taken went in. I don't even think Bopit was expecting a shot, so it's easily a no goal. I don't know exactly what happened to Aonzo, but he went down hard and didn't move for a while.
Well, one of those things on Aonzo, Jody, what he did is as Sinclair was going into the corner and looking to make that pass into the high slot, Aonzo dove out like defensemen will sometimes do, and as he got down on his stomach, as he tried to send that puck into the middle of the ice, his stick or the puck or something caught him, but he was square on, face on the ice, and I think either the puck or his stick caught him. But nonetheless, that's why you stay on your feet and play the body.
Referee having a talk with assistant captain Ryan Romeo. Our Bulls captain Drake Glover out of action tonight with a lower body injury. Not sure when he will return as we have our second media timeout of the period. Greg, what do you have to say?
2:14. Valentine's Day, Fleece Blanket Night. Fleece Blanket Night at the Birmingham Bulls is set for Valentine's Day. On February 14th, that's Friday, the Bulls take on the Pensacola Ice Flyers at the Pelham Civic Complex for an action-packed night of hockey. The first 1,000 fans through the door will receive a fleece blanket courtesy of Ridgeline Realty. Don't be the one who forgets a Valentine's Day gift this year. Grab your tickets now for a perfect night out with your special someone. Visit bullshockey.net to get yours today.
Valentine's Day. I had a friend. This is no lies. This is a true story. He never had any problems with the ladies. He always had a girlfriend. Every Christmas, every Valentine's Day, and every birthday, he would break up with his girlfriend intentionally, and then miraculously 3 weeks later they clear up their air and clear up their problems, and it was clear to everybody what he was doing. What a dirty guy, huh?
Sounds like a jerk, Jody. Hard to believe that you would associate yourself with somebody like that.
I know. Some people would say that was me that did that, but that's not true. I would never do that. Never did that back in the day.
Well,
but it is a true story.
We'll send out the bat signal out there into internet land, and we'll see what comes back on the message board.
Face off in the Fayetteville zone to the right of Bopet. Sinclair for Birmingham controlled it, but it's taken by Fayetteville. Loose along the blue line. Fayetteville calling for something. The puck comes free. Romeo picks it up, and he'll give it near side for Dorsey. Puck comes behind the net. Bopet plays it himself. Leith chips it up. Birmingham keeps it alive. Dorsey takes a hit from Ambrosio. Grimshaw will pick the loose puck up. And Acosta brings it into the Bull zone. Taken away. Here comes Olnick. Back in his first game. Olnick in front for Sinclair, just out of his reach. McGregor centers pass back at the point. Matthews plays it down low. Behind the net, Olnick had it taken away from him by Ambrosio. Higgins there to keep it in for Birmingham. Ryan Leith behind his goal line, plays it behind the net. Fayetteville will try and clear. Through center ice, it's played. Birmingham's Clark takes it away. Puck got high on Higgins. He didn't get hit, but he almost did. And it's back into the Bull zone. 8:29 to go, first period. No score. Fayetteville here in Pelham playing against the Bulls. Big hit behind the net. Ryback has it for Fayetteville, chips it through center ice. Birmingham's Pentagon sends it right back in. Line change for the Bulls as Litke had it taken away from him by Wilkins. Wilkins had it taken away from Litke. Couldn't get the shot off. I believe he was trying to set up Ledzianko. Nonetheless, nothing happened. Brierly, penalty coming up now on Fayetteville. Puck played along the boards, touch up by Wilkins as the whistle blows. Discussions going on. Players will be escorted. Now, if you notice, that's Gervais giving a love tap there to Powell as he goes to the penalty box, trying to draw somebody in there with him, I guess. But he'll go to the penalty box. That's defenseman Jeremy Gervais. 2 minutes. This will be the first power play for either team tonight. Birmingham on the season for power play, third in the league. 26 power play goals, a success rate of 24% on the penalty kill. Fayetteville, very good, second in the league overall, only giving up 20 power play goals, 84% of the time, resulting in no power play goals.
What are you feeling here, Jody? It's a big power play here for the Bulls, one that let's see them convert and get these fans riled up.
Off the draw, Fayetteville controls and clears the length of the ice. Lotz will leave it for Romeo. A Pentagon out with him. Romeo comes out in front of his own net, gives it ahead to McTavish, avoids one man, goes down though. Bulls bring it in. That's Kip Ledzianko score! And that is what we called for, Greg. Shoot the puck, young man. Kip Ledzianko does. Finds the top left corner of the net, and Birmingham takes a 1-0 lead.
Well, Jody, I could see it at the start of the first period. There was a lot of times when Ledziankos were coming across the blue line, and they were forget about passing. They were shooting, they were hitting a lot of shin pads. I said, just a matter of time. And here it was, Ledzianko came across the blue line, just a little lazy puck left in the middle, and he skated right into it, and he beat Bopet, glove side, with an inside the post shot.
Right in the corner.
By Ledzianko. We call that the pigeon in Bermuda, Jody.
I call it finally shooting the puck. I love the Twins, but they've got to do that more often. Here's the call.
Scored by number 91, Kip Ledzianko. That is Kip's sixth goal of the season. The assist, number 23, Phil Ledzianko, and number 18, Troy McTavish.
So McTavish and his brother Phil on the assist. More importantly, Bulls up 1-0 to visiting Fayetteville. Now, back the other way, Acosta has the puck. He chips it for Grimshaw, stood up by Romeo. Acosta has it, though. Looks for a pass back at the point for Love, bounces off his stick, and Fayetteville's Aonzo has control.
Aonzo's pretty quick there, Jody. I like how he moves.
Off the boards, Fayetteville clears to center ice. It gets past Jamie Dorsey, but Birmingham's Brierly takes control. Near side, back to Dorsey at center ice. Bulls can't control. Love will pick it up for Fayetteville and clear. Acosta gets it ahead for Ambrosio, picks the loose puck up. Acosta takes a shot, pad save made by Lotz. Rebound comes, Birmingham clear, skating through center ice, a Pentagon. Draws it for Litke. He takes a shot gloved out of the air. I'm not sure Bopet really saw that, but he saw which way the direction of the puck was going, and the puck found his mitt.
Well, give Bopet credit there, Jody. He dropped down on the butterfly, and his hands were in perfect position on that one. So, as the Bulls came down, you could see he was looking to go in the exact same spot that Ledzianko beat him, but Bopet was ready this time.
Face off to his right. 6:35 to go, first period. Birmingham up 1-0. Clark has it for Birmingham at that center ice stripe. He'll dump one in. Puck goes far side. Gervais caught up with it first. Birmingham takes it back. As Christie, or Litke that is, takes a shot, that one goes high. Loose puck picked up by Wilkins of Fayetteville. Can't clear. Christie keeps it alive for the Bulls. A Pentagon gives it right back to Christie. Christie has it down low, played for Litke. Centers a pass through the slot looking for a Pentagon. It was a slow one, easily intercepted by Fayetteville. And a long shot, slapper from the center ice drop. Easy save made by Lights. Birmingham tried a quick clear, couldn't do it. Dalton Hunter has it chipped away from him. Ryan Romeo far side with the puck. Lifts one down high. Leith gloves it, drops it. Ledzianko keeps it for Birmingham. Phil Ledzianko had it bounce off his stick. Birmingham keeps it alive. Dorsey wraps one around the boards all the way to the other side. Ledzianko has it for Dorsey. Dorsey's shot blocked by Parity. Loose puck still behind that Fayetteville net. Birmingham a good job to keep the pressure on. Fayetteville having a little trouble clearing. Now Ryan Leith sends one far side. Now finally through center ice. Fayetteville chips one into the Bull zone. Monkovich backhands one in. Dorsey catches up with it first. Dalton is there, as well as Nolan fighting for the puck in the corner. Still being kicked at, tried to poke it free. Referee right there watching. They got to play the puck. Let's go, guys. Kick it free. Still tied up under Ryan Romeo, and I believe that's Nolan. Finally, the puck comes free, and it'll bounce near side. Big hit there on Tyler Love. Loose puck picked up by the Bulls. Dorsey looking for Olnick, who'll send one into the Fayetteville zone, easily cleared by the Marksmen. There's Hunter with a shot glove save. Rebound was there, loose, just for a split second. And Lice just pounces on top of it and puts the big mitt on it. We'll have a face-off to his left as we are in our third and final, thank goodness, media timeout of the period.
And that's what I like to see there, Jody. The Bulls D, as Fayetteville comes across the blue line, both the Bulls D stepped up. Fayetteville shot the puck, got a good shot on net. Lottie made the glove save as the rebound came out. He throws his stick out there, pulls it in, covers it up, and both of the D box out their guys coming in towards Lot. That's exactly the way you play that. That's great to see. They're getting on the same page here because on 2:15, Jody, it's Paw Patrol night.
Oh boy, Paw Patrol, here we go.
Paw Patrol night is happening on Saturday, February 15th at the Pelham Civic Complex. Bring the kids for a night full of themed entertainment as the Bulls face off against the Pensacola Ice Flyers. Puck drops at 7 o'clock. Plus, don't miss the crowd favorite wiener dog race on the ice. Think your pup has what it takes? Register your wiener dog today at bullshockey.net. It's a night of action-packed fun for the whole family. Grab your tickets and register your wiener dog now at bullshockey.net.
Head assistant coach Kevin Kerr had a dog in a race in Macon earlier. There's a penalties coming up. I believe this is coming up. Birmingham, now look out. Right after that happened, a holding call was coming up, and it looked like a Fayetteville player was taken down by Brierly, who that's really out of character, as he was skating back toward the bench after the call was made. I don't know if a second minor will be called on Brierly or not, but the first one is for sure a holding call on Taylor.
Well, if the ref knows anything about Taylor Brierly, Jody,
exactly,
definitely not something that he's typically happens to him, so I wouldn't be surprised. He'll get away with 2 here, his initial 2, and we'll just leave it at that and move forward.
Fayetteville on the season, 8th in the power play percentages, 16% of the time they score, 17 power play goals. Birmingham still struggling on the penalty kill, giving up 28 power play goals, only 73% success rate. That's something that's a work in progress so far. Now, Fayetteville's Nolan takes a shot, deflected wide before it got through to Lotz. Along the near side, just inside the blue line, Gervais keeps it alive for Hunter. Down low, right at that stripe of the goal mouth. Fayetteville has it. Back at the point, played. Fayetteville keeps it alive. Monkovich, far side. Near side, Gervais tips it for Hunter. Looking for Monkovich, backhander save made, and Bulls clear the zone. Dangerous, but we do clear.
And I'll tell you, Jody, that shot right there, backhanders, when you're point blank in the shot slot, that's got to be one of the hardest saves to make. Good job by Lotz there.
Gervais drops it back for Nolan. Nolan loses his footing as he brings it in the Bull zone, and it's picked up by Sinclair, who clears. A minute to go on the power play here for Fayetteville. 1-0 Bulls lead, 3 minutes, 10 seconds to go here in the first period of play. Wilkins drops it back. They'll try and bring it in on the hinge play. Easily chipped aside. Clark for Birmingham takes it away from Ambrosio. Love, the defenseman, has it now near side. Through the goal mouth, no one was there. Ryback picks it up. He draws it for Wilkins. Alex sends it along the near boards, back for Wilkins. Love sends it far side. There's a shot save made by Lotz off the stick of Ryback. Nice shot by Aaron Ryback. Picked up by Grimshaw. Centers one. Back for Wilkins. Wilkins has it. Top of that face-off circle. Played by Ambrosio. Cross-eyes pass for Ryback. He couldn't control it. Now it's behind the Bulls' net. Grimshaw has it. Back at the point, it's play for Love. We're down to 5 seconds of power play time remaining. Near side, Wilkins. Brierly about set to come on. He does. There's a shot taken by Love. Wide rebound. Clark has it. Whips one around the glass. Wilkins keeps it in. We're back at full and even strength, but Bulls need a line change. Taylor Brierly just out of the penalty box will give them such as he skates it into the Fayetteville zone, holding on to the puck as long as he can. Bulls now out with fresh legs. Wilkins had it. Tried to set it up for Nolan. Gets away from everyone. Backhanded back to the blue line where it's played by Ledzianko. Looked for his brother. He couldn't find him. Chipped ahead by Parody, and Nolan takes it. It's like a hot potato out there. No one wants control of the puck for any length of time. Romeo sets it up cross ice. Here comes Phil Ledzianko. He gets away from Leith. Good job recovery. Ties him up. Takes him down. Now it's loose there in that face-off circle. Dorsey will get it in the slot. Dorsey with a wrister goes wide, cleared to the far boards by Parody, and 3-on-2 the other way comes Fayetteville. Look for Hunter right in the middle. Tipped away from him. Lotz looks for it. It's behind his net. Puck comes free. Back to center ice where it's played by Aonzo. Less than a minute to go here in the first period of play. Bulls up 1-0. Grimshaw tips one into the far corner. Line change for Fayetteville. Penner out on the ice again for Birmingham. He hadn't had too many shifts so far today, but his presence is known when he is there. There's a shot taken, had a man in front. Fayetteville couldn't control, and Birmingham skates the other way. 30 seconds of time remaining here in the period. Penner plays it for Sinclair. He'll give chase. Penner picks the loose puck up for the Bulls. Penalty coming up on Fayetteville. Touched up by Acosta, and a high stick is going to be called, and I believe this one is going to be on. Is that Acosta? Yeah, this one will be on Acosta. Christian Acosta goes to the penalty box with only 18.5 seconds remaining in the period. Birmingham converted on their first power play, 1-for-1.
And the good thing about this, Jody, is coming in, the Bulls will get a face-off in Fayetteville zone. So 18.5 seconds is actually a lot of time for the Bulls to have a couple of opportunities here real quick on this power play.
Well, for the power play, Penner is out with Litke, Olnick, Sinclair, and Brierly at the point, who has the puck. Taylor Drops one for Sinclair. Remember, we're down to the last 10 seconds. There's a centering pass, gets past everyone. Brierly keeps it alive for the Bulls. He takes a shot, blocker save made by Bopit. Loose behind the net. We're down to 2 seconds, and that'll do it for the first period of play. Birmingham will take a remaining 1:42 of power play time remaining into the second period unless something is called. So we'll have a good, strong portion power play coming up to start the second period. The Bulls take a 1-0 lead into the locker room. I want you to stay with us. I had a chance to sit down and once again to talk to head coach Craig Simchuk. And even though it's an odd timing thing, we don't have the time, Greg, to do a true pregame show.
Right.
Because very few people would hear it with the television set up the way it is. So when I interview Craig Simchuk, I'd play it between the first and second and the second and third. So it's done without knowing what's happened on the ice. But we have a talk about generalized things anyway, rosters and the troubles that we've had lately. It's an interesting conversation I had with head coach Craig Simchuk. If you can, stay with us. But Greg's your thought at the end of one period of play up 1-0.
Well, Jody, I like it so far. Like I said, just going back to miracle on ice, right? Sometimes you don't need the best guys, you need the right guys. And, hey, from what I'm seeing so far, that's a pretty solid first period by the Bulls.
All right. 1-0 the score at the end of one period of play. Jody Chernisky here along with Greg Drevny. Stay with us. We'll play a spot. We'll come back. You'll hear from head coach Craig Simchuk. Bulls 1, Fayetteville 0 at the end of one period of play.
Keep going, keep going.
Come on. To the game, I recorded this with head coach Craig Simchuk. Craig, we come into tonight's game off of 3 tough ones in a row in Peoria, losing all 3. They were close games. Nonetheless, you got away with no points in Peoria. Come away with a few injuries and a suspension. What's your take on the last series we had in Peoria?
Yeah, it's that's a place. Not many teams go up there and can steal a lot of games. There's definitely home ice advantage in Peoria. They're a team that can beat you multiple ways. They're big, they're physical, they're detailed, they can score, they defend well. They're a top team in this league and have been for a while for a reason. I'm happy for the guys that they competed and showed heart and kept the score and had opportunities because we were right there. But walking away with some key injuries is definitely something we didn't want to happen that weekend.
Tonight we come in without our leading goal scorer Carson Rose, Drake Glover, Nikita Kozarev, and of course a 1-game suspension to Trevor Thurston. That's out of the lineup. That's 42 goals, 36 assists, and more importantly, plus 32 out of your lineup for tonight, and a greater part of tomorrow as well. 46% of the Bulls' goals will not be available tonight. How do you overcome something that's drastic?
Our message all week, and especially at pregame skate this morning, is we need guys to step up. We need guys to elevate their game, and we specified and clarified. We don't want players to replace a Carson Rose or try to be like Nikita Kozarev on the ice because they're not built that way, and that's okay. We want them to elevate their game how they are as a player. So if they're hard on pucks and they finish their checks, or their defensive specialist or PK specialist, we need them to elevate their game in that aspect, which I think will help with the offensive opportunities and the offensive chances that could come from doing that.
Tonight we're without those guys, as I said, and I need to ask you about their injuries, what you can divulge and what you can say about them. Thurston's not an injury, but the other three are.
Right. So obviously Nikita took a big hit there. Obviously an upper body head injury, doing a lot better than expected. I know nowadays with concussion protocols, they're very strict and regulated on how soon players can get back and start skating and get to activities. So we're not quite there yet, but it's promising news regarding Nikita. Rosie's back with another upper body injury again. Almost one of those things, he might have came back a day or two too early, trying to play through it, and just had a simple tweak again. So if it was a playoff game, he would be in. As of right now, we have the bodies here, we have the manpower, so there's no sense of risking him to make the injury any worse than possible. And then for gloves, Drake Glover, he knows, we know, he's at about 70%. He wants to play. His injury isn't going to get any better if he continues to play. We're looking at the long run here. Yes, certainly this weekend is a huge weekend for us, but we're looking for the long haul. If we know if he's playing and grinding it out at 70%, he's not getting better, and more than likely he's going to make it worse and aggravated. So we're trying to get him healthy so we can have him down the last month and for playoffs.
It was a vicious hit that Kozyrev took, and it was premeditated. You could see him striding forward when he delivered the hit on the head. He got 4 games suspended for it on the other end. I need to know what your thoughts are on that.
I never saw it live. I was talking to one of the players on the bench, so I never saw it live, and I was wondering who it was on the ice, because Nikita's a pretty elusive player, and not many people can catch him in a situation like that. So first of all, I was shocked. I was in disbelief that someone was out on the ice like that. You never want to see anyone in any sport get injured. So his safety and how he was doing was first and foremost. Obviously went back and watched it and reviewed it a few times just to see how it transpired. And you never want to put blame on someone. I don't think anything was intentional or on purpose. I'm not naive to say that he's a top player, and a lot of coaches are honing in on him and keen in on him and maybe checking him or Carson Rose tighter than some other guys. But I can't see any player deliberately trying to go and intentionally take someone's head off at this level.
I may have to disagree with you on that, so I have to ask you. 4 games, was that fair? 4 game suspension for the Peoria man. Was that fair?
I'd rather not comment. I mean, it could be worse. I've seen worse. I've seen less. So I know there's a committee that reviews it and discusses suspensions and major penalties. They have a long hockey background, so they kind of know what they're looking for and to see what if it meets criteria and whatnot. So it could go either way, but end of the day, it's the player safety that's most important.
Goal scoring, been a problem for us as of late. We haven't scored more than 2 goals in the last 5 games, and during the month of January, we've only scored more than 2 twice. The end of the season is nearing. We're over the halfway point. We're without our goal scorers for tonight and tomorrow night. What's the solution? What have you been trying to do with this team and getting that turned around?
All week in practice, we definitely focused on our offensive structure. We know that we're losing some big goal scorers, some firepower up front. So our message was our cycle game. We definitely want to work on our cycling our pucks hard, have a net front presence, a good F3, and manufacture goals. We may not have the skill right now to go end to end and make all these one-on-one moves or beat guys with speed. So now we got to go play down below the goal line, play in the dirty areas, the corners, the blue paint. We're going to get a lot of pucks to the net, a lot of traffic and rebounds, because at this level, hard work can win on any night. So if we show up and we work hard, we're going to have a chance every night.
All right, that's the first half of the interview I had with head coach Craig Simchuk. We'll play the rest of the interview in between the second and third period. A lot of interesting things I'm able to talk about with him for the interview, Greg. A lot of them, to be honest with you, are best left off the air. But let me say this, I was not the only one that was angered at the hit that Nikita Kozyrev took. It was beyond vicious to me. I used the phrase premeditated. That's not really what I was looking for. It was aimed to hurt. In my opinion, it was aimed to injure. And that's why I asked Coach Simchuk, that's why I asked Craig if 4 was enough.
And that's something, Jody, that the league really frowns upon. You know, there's a difference of stepping up on somebody, looking to separate the puck from the player and that kind of stuff. But when there's no play on the puck whatsoever and it's just straight out, you know, intent to take out one of the top skill guys, and, you know, that's a problem. So we'll see. Hopefully Kozyrev will come back soon. And,
well, we need him. That's for doggone sure. Okay. We're going to take a break here. We have 7.5 to go before the start of the second period of play. Birmingham up 1-0 over Fayetteville. Jody Chernesky along with Greg Dreveny. Stay with us, everyone. Second period action coming up. You're listening and watching Birmingham Bulls hockey.
Yell at a tool? Nobody bats an eye. But talk nicely to your tools, and everyone thinks you're strange. Weird, right? But here's what I know. Great heating techs treat their tools and your equipment with a level of care that borders on talking nicely to it. When you rely on something, you want it to work. And if you want it to work, you treat it as nicely as you can. It's why fall furnace tune-ups are a really smart idea. You're going to rely on that heating system all winter, and you don't want it to fail you when it's freezing cold out. So treat it nicely now, and it'll work when you need it. Problem is, most heating companies in Birmingham don't do the deep cleaning and maintenance you'd assume comes with a tune-up. Just a drive-by inspection, followed by a sales pitch. That bubbified behavior is what I started Excalibur to stand against. So if you want a no-breakdown guaranteed, talk nicely to it tune-up, call
Excalibur. Services.com. Alabama license number 15214.
Yell at a tool?
Vulcan on the right, lineup is set and the roster's tight. Blades laced up and the twigs feeling right, going Bulls deep in the ring tonight. Our house, Bulls country, rulers of the Harbor Valley. Our house, Bulls country, rulers of the Harbor Valley. No, this ain't no rodeo. Load up the bullpen, fire up the crowd, turning Bulls loose, make the family proud. Not to drop the puck, gonna go bar down. Boys crash the crease and tear up this town. House, Bulls country, Bulls country, rulers of Cahaba Valley. Our house, Bulls country, rulers of Cahaba Valley. Our house, Bulls country, rulers of Cahaba Valley. Our house, Bulls country, rulers of Cahaba Valley. No, this ain't no rodeo.
And tonight, lots of action around the SPHL going on. We'll give you some updates right here, right now. At the end of 2, Peoria's up 3-1 over Knoxville. Quad City 1-0 over Huntsville at the end of the first. Here in Birmingham, the Bulls are up 1-0 over Fayetteville with about 3 minutes here left before the start of the second period. And here's a little bit of a shocker, Macon up 2-0 over Evansville with 17 minutes remaining in the second period. And another interesting game where Pensacola is up 2-0 on Roanoke in Pensacola at the start of the second period. How about that, Jody? Macon up 2-0 on Evansville and Pensacola up 2-0 on Roanoke.
The Pensacola game is more surprising to me than anything. Roanoke arguably could be, I still think Peoria is the best team in the league. But if you look at winning percentage-wise, that belongs to Roanoke. So team in dead last, Pensacola has been trying. I've never seen a team make so many moves in a season in my life. They've got 2 pages of transactions alone, and you got to give them credit. That's just trying to improve your team. And sometimes you can do it that way. Other times it's next year. We'll wait and see. There's Frank Beaton back here, folks.
Hey, Beater.
Frank, long time. If you've heard me talk about him before, former NHLer, enforcer, and the WHA Bulls, and played with the New York Rangers. What a guy. He did color with me back in the 90s when I was doing this for the Bulls and when you were playing, Greg.
Yep.
And he sat in for you one time when you were gone, and we're going to talk about that in the third period, and I'm going to get something off of my chest about why you're sitting here with me tonight. But nonetheless, great to see Frank Beaton. He's a great guy, funny. He's a loyal friend. He's just Frank Beaton. He's the beater.
Yep.
That's what his name is, and it's for good reason.
Living legend, Jody. Gotta love Beater.
Well, as we get set for second period action here, Bulls up 1-0. You would have liked, if you're Birmingham, to have maybe one more. That seemed to be the MO for Fayetteville coming into the game tonight. If they're going to give up anything, it's going to be in the first or second period. In the first period. Second period, not so much. Fayetteville in the second period at +3. They've scored 34 goals and given up 31. Birmingham's the worst period is the second, giving up 38 goals and only scored 32. So if we go statistically, this will be where Fayetteville evens it up or goes ahead.
Well, the good thing about that, Jody, is the Bulls that start off this second period, they'll be on the power play for the first minute and 42 seconds. So, that being the case, and how the numbers stack up against the Bulls here in the second, it would be a really good thing to see them come out and make this a 2-0 game here right off the hop.
Well, if nothing else is called, Birmingham will be on the power play until they score or another minute 42 elapses off the clock. But you're right, another goal right here would be big, especially when Birmingham's goaltenders, Lotz and Stewart both, when they're playing with a lead, I feel good. If they're playing from behind, I feel different. Does that make sense?
Well, the way that they're playing right now, Jody, they're working hard. They're doing the little things. They're not trying to be fancy with the puck. They're just playing chip-and-go hockey, north and south, keeping it simple, and I'll take that tonight all night long with that kind of effort.
All right, we're about set for second period. Puck is dropped. Comes back into the Fayetteville zone where it's picked up by Parity. Rips one around the boards. Tried to keep alive by McTavish. He couldn't do it. That's a hard clearing pass right off the glass. Birmingham will have to retreat and set the power play up from their own zone. Romeo ahead for McTavish. Brings it in. Thought about dropping it back for Ledzianko. He couldn't get it there. Pentagon picks it up for Birmingham, though. Back at the point is play for Ledzianko, for Romeo. Return for Phil Ledzianko. There's a pass in front made by Kip Ledzianko. That shot, that save is made. Rebound comes back to the blue line. Phil has it. For Kip, he takes a shot. That was deflected wide. Ledzianko finally getting some shots off. Now Pentagon plays it back for Romeo. Far side for Phil. Just under 50 seconds of power play time remaining for Birmingham. Phil Ledzianko, a shot save made. Fat rebound loose. Cleared by Fayetteville.
And you can see it there, Jody, on Bopet. He just went down, made that save, and was looking for the puck. And that puck careened about 8 or 10 feet up in the air. He didn't see it until it came back down and bounced off the ice.
25 seconds left on the power play for Birmingham. Romeo almost had it taken away from him. It did get poke checked away, but he gains control. Ryan Romeo, 15 seconds of power play time remaining. Whips one around the boards. Far side is played. Easily cleared, though, by Fayetteville as Brierly comes back inside his own blue line to get the puck. Sinclair backhands one in. He can't get it deep, and that'll do it for the power play. Both teams at full and even strength as Johnny Monkovich takes the puck for Fayetteville, slides it behind the Bulls' net. Played by Sinclair up the boards for Olnick, and he clears. Pinner for Birmingham. Sends it near side for Brierly. Brierly thought about his shot. He couldn't get it clearing off. He hangs on to the puck behind the net. In front, puck is loose, cleared by Love. He takes a stick to the face. I believe that was an inadvertent one play off Brierly. Now Litke has the puck for Birmingham. Far corner. Played back at the point for Clark. Return for Litke. A shot save is made, and with Higgins right on top of him, Bopet holds on, squeezes that puck between his legs, and we'll have a face-off in the Fayetteville zone.
I tell you what, Jody, what a heads-up play by Taylor Brierly there. Coming down in defense, we usually don't think they have that offensive awareness. But Brierly stops behind the net. He's got Higgins off the bench, screaming for the back post. Brierly, a little chip pass, just intercepted at the last second, or Higgins would have been all alone.
Birmingham off the draw, had it for a moment. Now it's played along the near side. A Pentagon played it behind the net. Higgins picks it up for the Bulls. Taken away from him. And it's ahead for Grimshaw, who clears the zone. Clark will pick the loose puck up. He chips it near side for Brierly. Or excuse me. Back comes Birmingham's Pentagon. Has Higgins with him. Tony Pentagon takes a shot. Stick to side. Rebound comes in front. Ledzianko whistles one high and wide. He had it there, Greg. He just couldn't find the mark.
Well, I tell you what, the more I watch this Pentagon, I'm liking him, Jody. He's smooth with the puck, makes good decisions, throws the puck on net, and the Bulls got 2 scoring opportunities right there.
Fayetteville will try and clear, and they do, right through the blue line. Acosta has it. Matthews takes him off the play, knocks him down off the puck. Loose puck played by Dorsey. Birmingham, though, can't clear. It's kept alive by the Marksmen. In front, Grimshaw whiffed on one, but it comes free. There's Acosta with a shot save made by Lotz. Puck cleared far boards and out.
Good save there by Lotz, Jody. Talk about hand-eye coordination. Knocked his own rebound out of the air into the corner.
Big hit along the glass there, made by Dorsey. Puck comes free behind the net. Bopet plays it for parity. Physical play beginning to pick up a little bit here in the second period, Greg.
Definitely, Jody. That's what we talked about. You come in, a team like Peoria into a game like tonight, you can come out here and throw your weight around because you've been playing it for 3 games.
Fayetteville is the least penalized team in the league. 11 minutes on average per night in penalties, but that includes both minors and majors, so it's not a lot. Near side, Love has it. Love in front looking for a deflection. They got it, but well off the mark. There's a centering pass for Love. It gets by him. Aonzo takes the shot. That one's high and wide. Fayetteville has a little control here in the Bull zone, finally getting some offensive pressure. Taylor Brierly with the puck. Sets it up for Sinclair. Gets away from one man, and he'll clear for Pinner. Brings it into the Fayetteville zone. He'll slide it behind the net. Picked up by the Marksman. That's Aonzo with it. Banks one off the boards and out. Near side in the Fayetteville zone, picked up by a Pentagon. Nice pass for Licky. It gets past him, though. I don't believe he was expecting that. And Fayetteville will take the puck and clear. Monkovich, nice pass up front for Nolan. Clark takes him down, and Clark gets the worst end of that as he goes flying down. Now a centering pass out front gets past everyone back into the Fayetteville zone. It's amazing how physical play can create scoring chances.
Oh, it opens up lanes and creates empty pockets of ice, Jody. That's why somebody who
I
throws
love
the
to
body
see that.
around, yep.
It's a lost art, if you ask me, using your body, physical play to create offense. But either way, Birmingham up 1-0. That puck slides right in front. Ledzianko had it. He'll take it. Phil behind the net for McTavish. Taps it really to no one. Ambrosio picks it up for Nolan, and Fayetteville skates away. Gervais, a nice hit over there by McTavish. That puck is taken away. It's loose, picked up by the Marksman. And he walks past Romeo. There's Nolan, a shot save made by Lotz as he got around Ryan Romeo. Nolan did, but Lotz shuts the door. Now the loose puck played into the corner. Dorsey tried to poke one in front. It's picked up by Fayetteville. Far side, the Marksmen finally clear their zone. Ambrosio dumps one in deep. It gets around the near side. Played by Acosta back behind the net. Dorsey takes down his man, Ambrosio. Now it comes for Parody in front. Kicked away from Dorsey, or by Dorsey, that is. Behind the net. Fayetteville has it. Near side. Back at the point for Parody. Nowhere to go, so he'll slide it in deep again. Grimshaw has it, tries to get away from Olnick. Grimshaw takes the shot, save made by Lotz. Olnick goes down. They're going to call this one. Both of them, I believe, is going to go on this. I thought, to be honest with you, Greg, to be fair, that was a nice job of acting by Olnick. He drew the penalty, but he kind of oversold it a little bit.
Well, one of those ones, Jody, where they were sticking each other all the way around the top of the circles, coming up high, back down low, and they were swatting back and forth, so it was just a matter of time before that happened. So I'm good with that call. Get him off.
I want to know what the call on Olnick is.
Probably double slash or trip and a slash.
Could it be a delay of game for embellishing?
Oh, it could be 2 minutes for acting, yeah.
Well, both of them are in the penalty boxes. We're into our first media timeout of the second period. I don't believe anyone's going to get a man advantage out of this, but nonetheless, 1-0 Bulls lead, 13:07 to go in the second period.
Well, I'll tell you what, Jody, if you come tomorrow night, 2-1 Hawaiian Shirt Night. Aloha Bulls fans, join us tomorrow night for the Hawaiian Shirt Night, the Pelham Civic Complex. The Birmingham Bulls take on the Fayetteville Marksmen with puck drop at 7 o'clock. The first 1,000 adults through the doors will receive a Hawaiian shirt, courtesy of Window World and CBS 42. Don't miss the fun night of hockey. That's Saturday, February 1st at 7 o'clock. We'll see you there.
My granddaughter, Charlotte, asked me to get her a Hawaiian shirt for tomorrow night, but she ordered a 5T. I tried to explain to her that really don't order those like that. It's small, medium, large, and adult, so she's not happy about not having a 5T. But between her and her brother Carter and my other grandson who lives in England, Nico, I'll get one for all of them. They just won't fit. That's all.
Well, you always take it to a seamstress, Jody, and have it done.
Well, that's what I told my daughter, but that didn't seem to fly too well. Face-off control by Fayetteville. Nick Parody plays it behind the net. Ledzianko takes a shoulder right to the jaw from Hunter, played by Fayetteville. We're at 4-on-4 hockey. That deflection from a shot at the point. Flutters in the air, gloved by Lotz. Had to be on his toes to actually see that one to grab it.
Well, great save by Lotz, Jody, and once again, you know, there's Powell boxing out his man. So, hey, I like this new mentality by the Bulls defense. We'll keep you away from the net, Lotz, so you get the puck.
Off the draw, Powell has it.
Come on.
He's going to call a penalty, though, a slash on Powell. He's called it. The penalty's called. It's over. Powell's going to the penalty box. It'll be 4-on-3 hockey, but I'm with you. Come on. You got to be kidding me.
Well, that's a tough one, Jody. To me, both guys were going in, battling, but nonetheless, we're up here, he's down there, so the Bulls will go on a kill
Flashing is the call.
Slashing, and that will result in a 4-on-3.
Yeah.
So a little bit of a different power play look here for Fayetteville.
Well, you have differing power plays and penalty kill as well. Birmingham dead last in the league in penalty kill, but the Fayetteville power play has left a lot to be desired as well. But 4-on-3 hockey is a lot different, though, Greg, than 5-on-4 power play hockey. Off the draw, Gervais has it, slides it across. Played down low for Monkovich. Dorsey on him. A lot of open ice right now, Greg. There's a shot. Nice block by Jamie Dorsey off the stick of Ryan Nolan, and it's cleared back down into the Fayetteville zone. Jeremy Gervais slides a soft one along the near boards for Nolan. Returns it for Gervais. Played far side. Fayetteville has a man, Hunter, parked in front of the net on an open side. Couldn't get in the puck. Now it's played along the near side. Brierly goes down. Birmingham clears back into the Fayetteville zone.
Great effort by Brierly down there on the wall, Jody. One-on-one battle, those are so key when you're 4-on-3. Brierly won the battle, clears the zone, and gives the Bulls a chance here to reset.
Another 45 seconds of 4-on-3 power play time remaining for Fayetteville. Along the near boards, Ryback has it. Aaron sets it up just inside the blue line. Return for Ryback. Thought about a one-timer, but returns it back. Now it's played for Gervais. Just below the goal line behind the Bulls net. Looking for Love. It gets away from him. Still loosed inside the blue line. A nice hustling play made there by Sinclair to clear it. He just took the puck away and out-muscled him and able to clear the puck for Birmingham.
Bulls doing a good job negating this extra man here, Jody, in the 4-on-3.
Tyler Love gets past Kyler Matthews along the far boards. Another 5 seconds left before Grimshaw and Olnick comes back on the ice, and the Bulls clear. Olnick almost had it, but it's taken away by Ambrosio. Nice play. Sinclair's had a heck of a shift. Poke checks the puck away, sends one looking for Olnick, just past him, and Birmingham is back in full and even strength as Powell exits the penalty box. I can't say enough about that shift by McGregor Sinclair.
He had a heck of a shift, Jody. Two big efforts there by Sinclair, one by Brierly, and the Bulls come out of that penalty kill unscathed.
Behind the net, Apetagon drops it. Return for Tony Apetagon, who banks one off the glass back into center ice. Apetagon picks the puck up deep in the Fayetteville zone. Christie tried to set it up for Brierly. It's deflected, though, and floats into the air back into center ice. Hunter tried to catch up with it first. Clark beats him to the puck, and Birmingham will clear. Apetagon skates away. He'll bring it in. Drops it back. Clark wasn't expecting it, and Fayetteville takes it. Nick Parity with the puck. Nice idea by Apetagon, but you know, he's a new player. The chemistry's not quite there yet, Greg.
They'll fix that, Jody, as they get a few more games together.
Higgins, a good job, takes the puck away. Olnick spins. His shot is blocked. Now Ryan Leith has it for Fayetteville, and he'll clear into center ice. Monkovich drops it off. Played by Ambrosio. Nice centering pass through the slot. Save is made. That puck loose along the far boards. And Birmingham will clear. Higgins sends it into the corner. It'll come around behind the net. Love plays it for Monkovich. Loose along the far boards. Phil Ledzianko plays it back for Romeo. Returns for Ledzianko. Looking for Clark. Goes between his legs. Played deeply. Pinner spins it around for Romeo. Behind the net, Pinner has it. Circles in that face-off circle. Takes a shot. Deflected wide. Behind the Fayetteville net, played by the Marksmen. Kip Ledzianko comes up with a loose puck for the Bulls. There's a pass for Phil, draws it back for Kip, a shot, save, rebound, score! Dustin Pinner picks up his first goal for the Bulls in his second game, but nifty puck work by the Ledziankos and Romeo Farside, and the Birmingham Bulls take a 2-0 lead.
And we talked about it before the game, Jody, about Tyler Penner and what was going to be expected of him tonight. And we said anytime Penner's on the ice, even if he gets limited shifts, He's a guy that can make big things happen, especially around the net. And there it was right there. Pass out, shot, rebound, and who's there? Tyler Penner to bang home the rebound.
Bulls up 2-0. We'll get the call on the assist in a moment. But that's just hard work, paying off and giving yourself a 2-goal lead. Now you got a cushion.
Old-time hockey, Jody. Keep going. Bring the heat.
Watts plays it. He'll bank one off the boards and clears. McTavish has it for Birmingham. He'll bring it in the Fayetteville zone. He gets away from Wilkins, takes a shot. Loose puck played off the save by Bopet. Birmingham will keep it alive. Behind the net, Wilkins tries to poke it free. He'll get it out to Ryback. Here's the call of the goal.
Scorer, number 21, Tyler Penner. The assist, number 91, Tip Ledzianko, and number 9, Ryan Romeo.
Romeo and Ledzianko kept with the assist. There's a shot taken by Dorsey, who's had a nice game himself tonight. That goes in the netting, out of play. Birmingham with 7:59 to go here in the second period. It's a dangerous lead. I've always said it. 2-goal leads to me are very dangerous in hockey, but I'll take it right now. It's been a very tough time the last 30 days scoring 2 goals for the Birmingham Bulls.
Well, that's what I'm saying, Jody. You're up 2. You're not changing anything if you're Birmingham. There's no protecting the lead. There's nothing. You're just going to go. Keep doing what you're doing. North and South hockey, driving and crashing to the net. How long we've been crying for that this year. And tonight the guys are working. They're going, they're making simple plays, throwing those pucks on net and crashing and getting in there. And that's exactly it. And that's why the Bulls are sitting up by 2 right now with 7:59 left in the second period.
We talked about it in the pregame and as the game went on, Greg. These 2 points tonight are crucial for Birmingham. I mean, you got to get out of this hole you dug for yourself, number 1. And number 2, you got teams nipping at your rear end behind you trying to get to those playoff spots.
Well, and that's why after seeing how they played the last 3 games, Jody, I didn't mind it. And I was like, okay, let's take Fiore out of the mix. Let's give this kind of effort against a different team, and let's see what we come up with. Austin Lotz is fired up here in front of this sold-out crowd tonight. The Bulls have showed up. This could be the hardest working period, 2 periods, period and a half, whatever you want to call it.
I'm not a fan of moral victories. I'm not a fan of moral victories. So I really, the last 3 games in Peoria that we lost, to me they're losses, but you're right. It's not that we lost them in a horrible way. We were in every game and could have won them. Now behind the Fayetteville net played by the Bulls, Taylor Brierley at his own blue line. Sits it up behind the net for Litke. He's pressured there. Still has control of the puck, though. Aiden Litke drops it off. Picked up by Christie, Jared. Christie turns around. Nice wrist shot save is made. Bopet had a little problem controlling it, but he pounced down on top of it, and he'll stop it for a face-off with 7:33 to go here in the second period.
And it's just a little bit of a different mentality, Jody. You can see it from the Bulls. They get the puck, their circles down, they're turning around, they're just whipping it in on net and trying to make something happen. So I like that because at the end of the day, that's playoff-style hockey.
Yeah, well, that's what it looks like to me the Bulls are playing. No superstar hockey. It's everybody just crashing the net looking for anything they can get. I like this brand of hockey I'm seeing tonight out of Birmingham. Fayetteville will clear. Grimshaw for Acosta. Drops it off for Leith. Behind the Bulls net, Ryan Leith holding on to the puck. Drops it for Acosta. Powell on top of him. He tried a centering pass, didn't get through, and the Bulls managed to clear. Ambrosio brings in, that's offside though, as he brought it in. Only man back was Kyle Powell, but well ahead of the play of offside. Now look out.
Yep.
Litke goes down. Clark.
Yep.
I can't see who the Fayetteville player is. I believe it's Ambrosio. Yes, it's Ambrosio. Ran into Litke, knocked him down. A little bit of acting, let's be honest. Trying to draw a penalty. That's gamesmanship, if nothing else. But if the skates were on the other foot, we wouldn't be happy right now at that.
Well, definitely not going to be happy with that, Jody. And it's one of those things where there definitely was a little bit of a bump thrown, although there were some theatrics shown in there on top of it. But what I like is Clark immediately responds.
Exactly.
Powell immediately responds. And that's what I'm talking about. When you talk about old-time hockey, old-school hockey, playoff hockey, it's when you've got your teammates back and you look down the bench, and if anybody goes, we all go.
Off the draw, Bulls control. Matthews banks one off the boards for Penner. He lets it go, comes right in on Bopit, and with Olnick coming in, giving him a little snow shot there. If you, he'll hold on. We'll have another face-off in the Fayetteville zone. 6:51 to go here in the second period. Bulls leading 2-0, out shooting Fayetteville 20-16 at this point.
Well, it's one of those things, Jody. I'll put it to you this way. When you're in a river and there's a waterfall, you're not really swimming your hardest till you get close to the edge of the waterfall, and I think that's what we're seeing a little bit here tonight. A little bit out of the Bulls because they're like, this is the time of the year. We got to turn things around.
Face off to the left of Bopit. Sinclair for Birmingham. Loose now still at that face-off dot. Picked up by Penner. Spins away from one man. Dustin back at the point for Clark. There's Matthews, rips one wide. Rebound comes near side along the boards and cleared by Fayetteville. Clark sends it right back in. Now Sinclair takes Gervais, but Gervais strong enough, held on to the puck. Sinclair will dump it behind the net where it's picked up by Fayetteville. Bulls keep it in. Matthews spins and turns it behind the net. Back to Garrett, back to pick it up though. Fayetteville has it and we'll skate through center ice. Dumped into the Bull zone. Romeo will get there ahead of Abbott. Sends it for Clark. Nice chip pass ahead for Ledzianko. Has it taken away from him though by Nolan. Ryan Nolan near side for Aonzo. Back to Nolan and here comes Fayetteville. Ryan Nolan with the puck through the slot. Ledzianko lifts his stick. Nice play. Takes the puck away and clears for Birmingham.
Excellent defensive play by Ledzianko, Jody, and those are the little things I've been talking about all year with those guys.
Dalton Hunter drops it back for his defenseman. Love ahead. Fayetteville in the Bull zone. There's a centering pass for Monkovich. Wasn't expecting it. A nice play by Lotz, knocking a pass away. Loose puck picked up by Nolan. He had a backhanded pass intercepted by Kip Ledzianko, and he has his brother Phil with him. Phil. For Ledzianko, his brother Kip, that one goes wide, and the other way comes Fayetteville. Play action is picking up. Aonzo sends one in deep, picked up by Kyle Powell, newcomer defenseman for the Bulls. Loose at center ice, played by Powell, back out. Under 5 to go. There's a big check by Higgins. Right in front of the Bulls net on parity. Higgins takes the puck for Birmingham, skates away. That's an offside as the Pentagon was just a step in ahead of the play. But I have a feeling that Ben Higgins, who delivered that hit there in front of the Bulls bench, is going to be taking something in return from Fayetteville. That was a big hit.
Hey, Jody, what I liked on that play there was Kyle Powell jumping up in from the defensive side, being that weak side defenseman. He was an option for Higgins. And that's what I see. He's not just a big brute back there, defensive defenseman. He saw the opportunity, jumped in, and had that not been offside, he would have pulled that puck off the wall and had a big scoring opportunity.
You know, Greg, there are times when I watch this Birmingham Bull team that I think they can play with any team in this league and be in the finals without problem. Other times I sit and shake my head and think, what is going on out here? It's like they're searching for something they haven't quite found yet. They've got a little taste of it, but don't know how to create that meal and take it home with them.
Well, Jody, to a man on any hockey team, the first thing that you have to do is be able to wake up in the morning and look in the mirror and say that I gave it everything that I had. I prepared, I went out there, I gave it my all, and I think tonight is the first night in a long time we've seen every Bulls player pulling the rope.
No doubt. Face off outside the Fayetteville zone. Sinclair goes down, takes a little hit there from Ambrosio. Ambrosio playing tough physically. Fayetteville sends it into the Bull zone. Lotz will play it around the near side for Matthews. Chips it ahead for Penner, and it comes free. Acosta has it now for Fayetteville in the Marksmen zone. Near side for Parity. Cross ice pass connecting. In front, Grimshaw with a deflection. I don't think that one made it through to Lodge, but it was a nice play. Birmingham's Olnick picks the puck up. He'll skate away. He has Sinclair with him. But instead of skating in, he tips it in. Dump and chase style hockey once again. Grimshaw let it go for Acosta. Loose puck in front of the Bulls bench, played by Kip Ledzianko, but Fayetteville will take control. Pass ahead. Off the glass, just the top of the glass.
Hit the glass.
That's not a penalty. It hit the glass, so Fayetteville's calling for a delay of game. Not going to get it.
No. Great job by Lodge coming out there, played that puck, and folks, you can see the mark looking down there, Jody, where that puck just hit.
Just off the top of the glass, the edge of it.
Quarter of the glass, and actually rolled over the top. I mean, that one was close, but nonetheless, that puck bounces in favor of the Bulls, and Fayetteville will have a face-off here down to Austin Lott's right side.
Off the draw, loose puck in that face-off circle. Hoke that, controlled finally. It's chipped behind the net by Ryback. Played by Fayetteville. Big hit there on the stick of Mercurio, cleared by the Bulls. Dorsey banks one off the glass and out. Back to get it. Leith has it and then had it taken away. Loose at center ice. Mercurio has it. Romeo back defensively. Mercurio puts the brakes on, slides it behind the net. Ryback plays it, lost it. Kip Ledzianko had it, taken away from him, but he'll poke it free. That gets out of the zone and back into the Marksmen into the ice.
Jamie Dorsey quietly having
a great game so far.
Big defensive game himself, Jody.
Yep.
For all the young defensemen sitting there at home, that was a classic play where how many times do you see that backside defenseman getting caught watching the puck in his partner's one-on-one play? Dorsey took Ryback straight to the net, and he was not an option once that puck came free down there. Great job by Dorsey. Came around, one-on-one battle, continued in the corner. He careens it out. Great dump, clear the blue line hockey.
Off the draw, Aonzo takes a whack at it, and both players go down right in front of us. It's hard to see who that Bulls player down, but appears to be slow to get up.
And it was one of the Ledziankos.
And it looks like you're right. It looks like Phil Ledzianko, he's mouthing off to whoever did it. He's ready for action. And his brother Kip says, get back to the bench. Shut up.
Hey.
But he wasn't happy with whoever delivered that hit.
Jody, I like the fire.
I do too.
It doesn't matter. Big things come in small, medium, and large packages, and I'll take every bit of action the Ledziankos want to bring.
We talked about that, how both those twins, they may not shoot the puck enough for us, but they don't back away from anything.
That's it.
They'll deliver the punishment if need be. And they're not the biggest items on the ice either. Off the draw, Birmingham takes it and sends it to center ice. Now Aonzo stood up there by Litke. Now pushing and shoving. Here we go. They'll skate away from each other, but Litke and Aonzo was going after it for a split second. Played along the boards into the near corner. Litke picks it up, gets it back, but out and cleared by Fayetteville into the Bulls' zone. Powell catches up with it first in front of Monkovich. Taken away by Fayetteville. Behind the net, Brierly has it for Powell. Kyle Powell couldn't clear, but he finally chips it ahead, and Birmingham has Litke floating back into the Fayetteville zone. It's played. Parity back on him, rides him to the boards. Brierly picks the loose puck up. Parity takes it away. Down to 2 minutes of playing time remaining here in the second period. Nick Parity slides one across the goal mouth himself, and Fayetteville will clear into center ice. Brought back in by McGregor Sinclair. Ryan Leith on him. Behind the goal line, played behind the net now. Penner going in after it for Birmingham. Played by Dalton Hunter first, though, and Fayetteville try and clear and do as the puck escapes the Fayetteville blue line. Now Clark banks one behind the net, looking for an odd hop for Ledzianko, but Parity played it nicely for Fayetteville.
I like the dump selection by the Bulls, Jody. Just always something different. Sometimes they're high dump, sometimes cross corner.
Fayetteville at center ice. Gramshaw stopped there by Clark. Loose puck picked up by Matthews. Banks went off the boards. Fayetteville will clear. Down to a minute of playing time remaining here in the second. Wilkins sends it near side for Jeremy Gervais. The defenseman lifts one into center ice. Played in the bull zone by Romeo and out. McTavish tried to poke it to himself. It comes right back to him. Ledzianko for his brother Phil. He takes a shot. That one deflected wide and fooled Bopit. Nonetheless, nothing comes of it. Fayetteville brings it back into the bull zone. Nice play by Romeo.
That's a big break up there with that fourth guy coming in, Jody, by Romeo.
Grimshaw carrying it in. Romeo with it looked like a natural play, easy to us, but that's not an easy play to make when Romeo tips it away on the poke check.
Definitely not, especially when it was a 3-on-2 to begin with, and then the Fayetteville Ambrosio was coming in. He had delayed back, coming in as the fourth guy. And I tell you what, if Romeo hadn't have broke that up, there was nothing between him and Austin Lott except for the sea opening up, Jody.
25 seconds to go. Off the draw, Fayetteville has it. Just inside the Bulls' blue line. Gervais now tried to center one out. Romeo again.
Huge play.
Big play. He deflects the pass or blocks the pass and clears for the Bulls. We're down to 10 seconds left here in the second period. That one's going to get down the length of the ice. We can hurry up and catch up to it. Got a chance for a draw, and we do with 6.9 seconds remaining here in the second. A big offensive zone face-off for the Birmingham Bulls and another chance at a late goal.
Can't go wrong there, Jody. Just like you can't go wrong on 2:14 fleece blanket night.
Face off to the right, Bopit. We need to win this draw and just get one more chance. Now Christie is in on the draw for Birmingham. Jared Christie, the referee, will step in between two players. A little pushing and shoving. Gervais and a Pentagon. Puck is dropped, controlled by the Bulls. Dorsey, slap shot goes wide.
That hurt.
Behind the net, played by Gervais. We're down to 1 second, and that'll do it. Second period over with, ending the same way the first period did. 1 goal for the Birmingham Bulls. And we'll take a 2-0 lead into the locker room with 20 minutes to go. Now some real big discussions going on. Jamie Dorsey, I like his attitude tonight, Greg. He's giving it to somebody. He's giving him the business, as my dad would say.
Jody, that's Gervais he's giving it to down there. And that's actually a very smart play by Dorsey, because at the end of the period, Jody, there's nothing that happens to the defense if they come in past the top of the circle, because there's no face-off. So Dorsey going down there, being the policeman, and telling Gervais, you want to dance? Here's your opportunity. Gervais wanted nothing to do with it.
38 minutes in penalties for Gervais. He's one of their quote-unquote tough guys. He can play physical. He can play rough. He's nothing. I mean, he's a valid tough guy in this league, but Dorsey is as well. We may see something of that as we go into the third, as Dorsey was skating back to the Zamboni entrance into the Bulls locker room. They still are barking at each other. That's what makes hockey a different kind of sport than anything. That intensity just it's unparalleled. It just is to me.
Oh, that's one of those things, Jody, where the team has to buy into your system. And that's what I'm talking about when we were talking about the identity of the Bulls. What are we going to be? And like tonight, it's not the offensive plays that are winning the game for the Bulls. It's these defensive plays.
Yeah.
I mean, guy after guy after guy just doing that little
Much better
bit.
defensively tonight. Much
excellent.
better. How is that possible when you've got, let's just say it, your 4 best players off the ice not playing, and everybody seems to have elevated their game, and now all of a sudden we look better, Greg, than we did when the other guys on the ice?
Because a lot of those times, Jody, when you have your big rock stars that are in your lineup and stuff like that, it's real easy, even though it's pro hockey and all that stuff, but it's real easy to sit back and be like, oh, hey, Rose, he's going to get one his next
Yeah, you
shift.
start
He'll be
depending
all
on
right.
them too much
Right.
instead of working yourself. So, but either way, I like what I've seen for the first 40 minutes. We'll see what happens the final 20 minutes. We'll take a little short 30-second break. And when we come back, the rest of the interview I had with head coach Craig Simchuk. Stay with us. Birmingham Bulls hockey coming up. Well, there's nothing wrong with dirty, greasy goals. And speaking of which, Ryan Kinney probably will get the start tonight in net for Fayetteville. We already know this when this interview is being played. He's a goaltender that gives up a lot early on. If you can get him early on, he gets stronger as the game progresses. This team as a whole is minus 20 in goal differential in the first period. Is that something that you've been hounding on the guys about? Are you trying to jump on him early, or are you just going to play the full 60 minutes the same way?
For me as a coach, our message is a complete 60. Even last weekend in Peoria, we really didn't see it. We saw moments, we saw periods, but not a complete 60 for a while. So yes, we want a fast start. We want to jump on them early and set the tone for the weekend. But at the same time, a complete 60 minutes of solid Birmingham Bulls hockey, defensively responsible, and then creative in the O-zone. So we're going to let the guys use their skill and their creativity in the O-zone. But my main thing that we're looking for this weekend is a complete 60 in both nights.
One last thing. Let's talk about the new guys that are in the lineup tonight. Tony Petagon from your neck of the woods played at the University of Manitoba. Jared Christie, Aiden Litke, all have been in the lineup, but a new one coming in town today, Kyle Powell. Talk to us or tell us about the four new guys and what you expect from them.
Hard work, size, physicality, and then some goal scoring. They've all seemed to be pretty good. I know Kyle Powell hasn't dressed for us or played a game yet, so hopefully his size and presence on the back end is going to definitely help clearing the front of the net, blocking some shots. Hopefully it will help with our penalty kill and just breaking out of our zone easy. He's got experience at the East Coast level, so I think he'll transition to this level pretty nicely. The three forwards, we threw them on a line today, so just go out and play. Two of the guys have played together over in France, so there's some chemistry between them, and we just want to let them see what they can do, because we know when we're healthy, we're going to have to make some tough decisions coming up soon. So we want to put players in the best advantages or best situations where they can show us and showcase themselves who they are as a player. But we're going to need everyone to elevate their game and bring something to the table tonight. Whether it's blocking shots, getting pucks out, scoring, being physical, everyone's got to bring something to the party tonight.
All right. Thanks a lot, Craig. Hopefully when this is played, we're up 4 goals and it's the end of the second period, but we'll see. Thanks a lot. That was Craig Simchuk. I'm Jody Chernesky. Stay tuned. Third period action coming up right after this. All right. That was head coach Craig Simchuk proving me to be a fool, as I calmly stated with absolute certainty that Ryan Kinney would be in goal tonight for the Fayetteville Marksmen. And of course it wasn't. It was Mason Bopit. Nonetheless, and I also wanted a 4-0 lead. What I got instead was a 2-0 lead, and I'll take it. I really will take it. We'll see what transpires here in the third period of play. Tonight's attendance, 4,040, a sellout here on Scout Night at the Pelham Civic Complex. Tomorrow I expect the same thing. I will say this, there are tickets available for tomorrow night's game, but if I were you and you were thinking about coming down, I would go to the box office immediately first thing in the morning to make sure I had mine. As the first 1,000 adults will be receiving a Hawaiian shirt, and I've seen it. It's if you like Hawaiian shirts, you'll like this one. It's loose fitting, it's red, it's got the Bulls logos everywhere. Doors open at 6 p.m. tomorrow. All right, we're going to take a break. When we come back, third period action, the score at the end of 2 periods of play, Birmingham 2, Fayetteville nothing. Stay with us, everyone. You're listening and watching Birmingham Bulls hockey.
Yell at a tool? Nobody bats an eye. But talk nicely to your tools, and everyone thinks you're strange. Weird, right? But here's what I know. Great heating techs treat their tools and your equipment with a level of care that borders on talking nicely to it. When you rely on something, you want it to work. And if you want it to work, you treat it as nicely as you can. It's why fall furnace tune-ups are a really smart idea. You're going to rely on that heating system all winter. And you don't want it to fail you when it's freezing cold out. So treat it nicely now, and it'll work when you need it. Problem is, most heating companies in Birmingham don't do the deep cleaning and maintenance you'd assume comes with a tune-up. Just a drive-by inspection, followed by a sales pitch. That bubbified behavior is what I started Excalibur to stand against. So if you want a no-breakdown guaranteed, talk nicely to it tune-up, call
Excalibur. Services.com. Alabama license number 15214.
Yell at a tool?
This is a shout out to the professional tailgaters, game day grillers, and potluck pros. Whether you bake it, smoke it, stack it, or melt it, there's nothing more important than how you cook up your team spirit while serving it with an ice cold Coca-Cola, Coke Zero Sugar, or Coke Life. We may not all agree on the best game day foods, but when you serve your meals with a Coke, you know you've got yourself a winner. Enjoy an ice cold Coca-Cola at the Birmingham Bulls game. Coca-Cola, taste the feeling.
It's the classic dilemma at Whataburger. You pick up your patty melt with 2 fresh all-beef patties, melted Monterey Jack cheese, grilled onions, and creamy pepper sauce, and just when you're about to dig into Whataburger's take on this all-time classic, someone utters the dreaded words.
Can I have a bite?
Should you? Shouldn't you? Maybe you just take a big bite so you don't have to answer. Good thing that dilemma's over. Good thing there's the patty melt at Whataburger.
Over the mountain, Vulcan tonight. Our house, Bulls country, rulers of Cahaba Valley. Our house, Bulls country, rulers of Cahaba Valley. No, this ain't no rodeo. Bulls country, rulers of Cahaba Valley. Our house, Bulls country, rulers of Cahaba Valley. Our house, Bulls country, rulers of Cahaba Valley. Our house, Bulls country, rulers of Cahaba Valley. No, this ain't no rodeo.
Yell at a tool? Nobody bats an eye. But talk nicely to your tools, and everyone thinks you're strange. Weird, right? But here's what I know. Great heating techs treat their tools and your equipment with a level of care that borders on talking nicely to it. When you rely on something, you want it to work. And if you want it to work, you treat it as nicely as you can. It's why fall furnace tune-ups are a really smart idea. You're going to rely on that heating system all winter. And you don't want it to fail you when it's freezing cold out. So treat it nicely now, and it'll work when you need it. Problem is, most heating companies in Birmingham don't do the deep cleaning and maintenance you'd assume comes with a tune-up. Just a drive-by inspection, followed by a sales pitch. That bubbified behavior is what I started Excalibur to stand against. So if you want a no-breakdown guaranteed, talk nicely to it tune-up, call
Excalibur.
All right, Bulls fans. Let's look at our second period around the league. Tonight, Peoria, at the end of the third, up 5-1 over Knoxville. Huntsville has climbed back against Quad City with 1 minute and 26 seconds left in the second period. They've just gone up 3-1. Birmingham up 2-0 here in Pelham over Fayetteville. And Macon still holding on to a 2-0 lead over Evansville going into the third period with just over 19 minutes left. Pensacola is still up 2-0 on Roanoke at the end of the second period. So, from the big standpoint, a lot on the line tonight for these teams, Jody.
Yep,
And,
definitely.
We'll see how this plays out here in the third
Well,
period, not just for the Bulls, but everybody.
That Evansville game is interesting to me. They're right on our heels, and we know we don't play well against Evansville. We know we don't stack up well against them. We wouldn't see them in the playoffs anyway, but nonetheless, we're just a point ahead of the Thunderbolts in Evansville. So I'd like to put a little distance between Evansville and Birmingham, but Macon winning tonight puts them right where Evansville is, right on the nips of our heels.
Well, Jody, I'm a big believer in calling things the dawn of a new day, and I'm hoping that we see the effort that we saw in the first two periods here from the Bulls in the third period. And if they can play like this and package this and bring it for 60 minutes every night, they're going to be a tough team to beat down the stretch here in February, going into March, and capping off in April, going into the playoffs.
Well, I remember a game earlier in the season where we took out Knoxville 7-4 here in this building, and I thought that was the best game we played so far this season. Is it crazy to say I think this may be a better game than that one even was? I like the way we're playing tonight.
Hey, Jody, the question is, what do you like? Do you like age or do you like beauty? Because tonight we're seeing 19 beauties down there on the ice, giving it everything that they have. And with that kind of effort, I'm telling you, it's hard not to just stick with this lineup tomorrow night and come back with the exact same thing. So if it's not broken, don't fix it. The Bulls brought it tonight here in front of this sold-out crowd. What an atmosphere. I was just talking to the Tampa Spartans coach, Nick, and he was saying he was just amazed that him and his players are coming in here And seeing this Birmingham crowd, he was just like, wow. He goes, now my guys understand what you're talking about going to the next level and playing Birmingham Bulls hockey some year in the next couple of years. And they were just ecstatic about this atmosphere here in the building tonight.
Well, I want to talk further about that, but I want to do it when I have time. 2 minutes to go here before the third period start. We'll table that till tomorrow. They're in town, of course, to play college hockey. A minute and a half to go before we start. Let's take a break, get a drink of water, and get set for what should be a good third period of hockey. Jody Cherneski here along with Greg Dreveny. Stay with us. This is Birmingham Bulls hockey.
Tonight, house, Bulls country, rulers of the Harbor Valley. House, Bulls country, rulers of the Harbor Valley. No, this ain't no rodeo. Load up the bullpen, fire up the crowd. Turning Bulls loose, make the family proud. About to drop the puck, gonna go bar down. Boys cross the crease and tear up this town.
All right, Jody Cherneski, Greg Dreveny back at the Pellin Civic Complex. 2-0 the Bulls lead at the end of 2 periods of play. You know, Fayetteville and Birmingham, this is our first meeting between these two teams this year. It's the first of 6, though. The rest of the season, these two teams are going to get very familiar with each other. After tonight's game, of course, we're right back here tomorrow night between Fayetteville and Birmingham. Then we'll have 2 games in Fayetteville on February 21st and the 22nd before we'll end the series back in Pelham here tonight, or in March on the 28th and 29th. So 6 games against each other in a couple of months. That's a lot of hockey between 2 teams. They're going to get tired of each other.
Well, one of those things, Jody, where looking at the Bulls and how they were coming in, I was looking at the pregame stats and seeing zeros across for previous meetings I thought was very odd. So,
all right, we're back to action here. Third period underway. Birmingham sends one deep into the Fayetteville zone. Whistles up, icing already to start this. Only 7 seconds into the third period. The faceoff back into the Bull zone. Ledzianko, that's Kip out there with his brother Phil and McTavish up front, and Romeo and Dorsey back defensively for the Bulls. Both defensemen having much better games than I've seen out of them lately. The entire defensive core, for that matter, much better hockey tonight. Off the draw, Dorsey has it. He'll chip it for Romeo along the far boards. McTavish tries to get it out. He can't, but he does have control. He'll send it around to the near side. Nolan for Fayetteville. Plays it. There's Monkovich, a shot. Big save made by Lotz. Loose puck along the boards, cleared by the Bulls. That's a heck of a save off the stick of Johnny Monkovich.
Point blank there on Lotz. Big save with his blocker. Puck off into the corner. No rebound. That was a big one.
Behind the net, Romeo has it. He's watched by Monkovich. Takes a hit there, but still manages to clear. Romeo with the puck. Near side, Dorsey. Through center ice for Kip Ledzianko. Sinclair with him. Kip Ledzianko takes the shot, gloved by Boput. He dropped it, thought about playing it, but he'll hold on smartly for a face-off.
And that's what I'm talking about, Jody. You got to have a shoot-first mentality against this guy. He's a young guy in net, just 21 years of age. So, you know, hats off to him for making the jump into the SP at that age. But definitely a lot to be desired there with some of that rebound control.
Off the draw, Fayetteville controls. Wilkins chips it up the boards. Now Grimshaw taken down. Lucky no penalty call for Birmingham. It could have been. Puck played. There's a shot taken near side. Acosta with a shot. Another big save. Grimshaw had it bounce off his stick, and Birmingham will clear. 2 big scoring chances for Fayetteville on that series. Boput backhands one along the near boards, but not out. Acosta does manage to get it out, and it gets past everyone. Birmingham has it in their own zone. Taylor Brierly banks one off the boards. Played behind the net by Tyler Love. Lost it. Christie centers a pass for a Pentagon. Whips one around the boards. Litke lets it go. There's a shot taken and a save made by Bopit. It looks like Bopit is just bound and determined. If he can get his hands on it, he's squeezing it. He'd rather have a face-off than to see the puck flying around his zone.
Well, much better job that time tracking the puck, shot in from the point, hit his glove, but he just banked it down and covered it up to slow this game down, because like I said, the Bulls are bringing everything in the kitchen sink tonight, Jody.
This is the new line out for Birmingham. All new players, a Pentagon out with Christie. And the puck is loose, played by Christie, far boards. Taken into the boards by Onzai. Now backhands one out. Birmingham will have to retreat out of the Fayetteville zone. Dangerous pass there. He got past Onzai. Well, Birmingham lucky that he wasn't gone on a breakaway. You can't pass this puck lazily across your own end of the ice and not expect something to happen. Puck played by Birmingham along the near boards. Comes free. Phil Edzianko just turns and spins. Blocker save made by Bopit and is played by Fayetteville. Ryback had it bounce off his stick. Litke will pick it up for Birmingham. He'll drop it back for Romeo. At center ice, Monkovich leaves it for Nolan. Nolan will bring it in. Tries to get around Dorsey. Makes the shot. Now the net's off its mooring. Monkovich rides into Austin Lotz. I don't think that was intentional, Greg, but Lotz still down on the ice slowly to get up, taking his own time as the net was knocked off its moorings.
Yeah, definitely crashing hard to the net there. And, you know, with Dorsey being right there, Jody, if he thought there was any ill will brought there, I guarantee you Dorsey would not stand by and watch that happen. So
Dorsey may have helped him right into Lotz, too.
Yeah, well, there probably was a lot of that. And like I say, you got two big boys coming, and they're both going hard for the same thing, you know. But Lotz is up. We're good to go. So let's get back to action.
Face off to Lotz's left. Hunter on the draw for Fayetteville. Controlled by the marksman. Love sends a shot, goes behind the net. Never made it through. Dalton Hunter, a centering pass for Nolan, knocked away by Dorsey on another good defensive play. There's a pass set up for Love, knocked away by Higgins. Higgins has the puck, looks for Ledzianko in front, but deflected by the defense of Fayetteville. Now Dalton Hunter has it taken away nicely by Ledzianko. Powell in front looking for Phil Ledzianko. Bounces off his stick, Nolan has it. Monkovich dumps it behind his own net just to try and get control of the puck, and Love clears it to center ice. Pinner will pick the puck up for Birmingham. In the middle of a line change, he has nowhere to go. Wow, a shot off the boards deflected right into Bopit. If he's not on the mark, that's a goal. Now Dalton Hunter into the Bull zone. 3 men on him. Backhands one behind the net. Played along the far boards by Olnick. Tied up. Still in front of the player's penalty box. Sinclair gets it ahead. Birmingham can't deep it in or put it in deep. Pinner has it. He'll turn and just spin one in. He'll come off the ice for a sub. Alex Wilkins along the near boards lifts one. Back into the Bull zone, played by Kyler Matthews. For a Pentagon. Fayetteville takes the puck away. Ambrosio set it up for Grimshaw. Was hit by Clark. Loose puck. Bounces off the boards, and Lotz takes no chances on a loose puck. He just jumps out and covers it up. 4,040 tonight, Greg. A sellout.
Wow. Way to go, Birmingham. I love it. Talk about hockey atmosphere, Jody. Just one of those things where nothing better than the crowd getting into it. You can feel every big hit out there tonight. Everybody's up on their feet. It's just pretty to watch.
Grimshaw on the draw for Fayetteville. Into the Bull zone. Puck won by the Bulls. Matthews hammers one around far side for Litke. He delays a little bit, tried to send it to Christie. It bounces past everyone. Leith will pick it up for Fayetteville. Spins away from Christie. Through center ice. Ambrosio bringing in the Bull zone. He goes down loose in the slot, picked up by the Bulls. But it's taken away nicely by Acosta. Loose at the front of the Bulls bench. Birmingham will play it. Romeo for a Pentagon who deflects it in, and you're right, Greg. A Pentagon looks natural out there. Looks like he's been here all year long. Through center ice, Fayetteville plays it. Abbott loses it. Lotz does it himself, clears it off the glass, back into the Fayetteville zone, and as Love touches up, icing is called on the Birmingham Bulls and Austin Lotz in particular. 14:44 to go, third period. Bulls still up 2-0.
I like that play, Jody. Aggressive goaltending by Austin Lotz, getting out there and doing it himself. Clearing the zone. And right now, at this point of the game, Jody, that's probably the best move you can make in that situation, because if Lotz doesn't come out and do it and there's a breakdown and they can't clear the zone, then you're down there. You don't want to give one up on just a bad turnover or just a lazy play in your zone, so take the icing. I tell guys, when you're out there, I can coach 100 icings a game because you're just conserving energy and it lets you reset, come back in, win a face-off, and then carry it out as a unit.
Well, face-off will be in the Bulls zone again. I suppose the rest of this period, you're going to see Birmingham try and slow things down, especially when the puck is in their zone. So Lotz will cover it up and just rather have a face-off than anything else at this point.
Slow things down when you have to, but then between the whistles, Jody, you keep bringing it just like they are, being very aggressive on the puck carrier, and I like that style.
Off the draw, Fayetteville controls. Gervais sends one in, deflected by Monkovich, but never got near Austin Lotz. Now the puck is in the corner, Monkovich and Romeo. Monkovich has it. Romeo with a nice play, who didn't let him get a shot off. Now the puck went to Lotz. He deflects it right in the slot. Luckily, Birmingham was there to clear. Kip led Zianko to his brother Phil. McTavish gliding through the slot. Both Ledziankos lose the puck. Monkovich takes it away and clears. Up for Nolan. Powell on him. Gets past him. He takes it away from Powell. Nolan with a shot and save made by Lotz. Powell didn't look sure of himself on that one, Greg.
Well, one of those ones, Jody, puck got up at his feet, but he tried his best and he didn't quit on the play, so I don't mind it.
Behind the net is played by Fayetteville, taken away by the Bulls. Shipped ahead for Olnick. Sinclair with him. That's offside. Sinclair was 2 or 3 steps in ahead of the play. He anticipated that a little too much, so the faceoff will come outside the Fayetteville blue line. 13:44 to go here in the third period of play. Birmingham up 2-0, out shooting Fayetteville 25-22.
Yeah, you saw Sinclair there, Jody, just kind of like a dog frothing at the mouth, and he saw that pass to Olnick up the wing, and if Olnick could have just chipped it to him, he would have been gone off to the races, but one step ahead too soon.
Brierly takes the face-off, tries to dump it out to Pinner, taken away. Fayetteville will put it right back into the Bull zone near corner. Powell catches up with it first for Brierly. Gets away from Acosta. Taylor Brierly with the puck. Through center ice, Olnick will give chase. Leith catches up with it first. Leith tries to clear and does. Grimshaw has it. Acosta with him. Grimshaw takes a hit far side. Loose puck now played behind the net. Bulls try and clear. It comes through the slot. Birmingham skates away. Matthews chips it for Sinclair, who dumps it in. Birmingham will change lines. Acosta backhands one out for Grimshaw. Grimshaw had it taken away from him by Ben Higgins. Higgins, a nice play up for Litke, who spins and fires one around the boards. A Pentagon there for Birmingham keeps it alive. Tied up along the boards. They'll have to kick it free. It does come free. Gervais picks it up for Fayetteville. Litke takes it away from him. He goes down.
Yeah.
Penalty coming up on Gervais as he'll get the hook. He spun away or spun around Litke. Easy for everybody to see, and there's absolutely zero argument from Gervais or any other Fayetteville player.
Well, it's one of those things, Jody, where you talk about Litke just staying with the play and moving his feet and not quitting and just being tenacious on maintaining possession of that puck. Gervais really didn't have any other option there because he came in, did a quick button hook into the corner.
Well, it happened so fast, too. I mean, his stick was there, and And then, to be honest, a smart play by Lidke. He spun around himself, but the hook was in place. Birmingham on the third power play of the night for the Bulls. 1 for 2 thus far. Off the draw, Fayetteville controls. They'll send it far side. A Pentagon keeps it alive for the Bulls. Now Fayetteville takes that one, though, and just fires at the length of the ice. Birmingham's Lots will set it up for Romeo. Romeo out with a Pentagon, McTavish, Phil Ledzianko, Kip Ledzianko. Phil with it, slides one around the boards for a Pentagon. Back for Romeo. Phil Ledzianko. Down low, McTavish tried to set it up for Kip, knocked away defensively by Fayetteville. There's a pass, nice shot by Kip Ledzianko. A better save, though, by Bopet, and Fayetteville clears.
Yeah, that could have been Bopet's best save of the night, Jody.
Phil Ledzianko, backhands for Kip. In front, looking for McTavish, comes to a Pentagon save made. Rebound was loose, but Fayetteville clears. No result on a goal, but this power play looks good for Birmingham.
Definitely shoot first mentality. They're doing it. Bopet standing big.
Yep, Bopet with big saves.
Yep, keeping Fayetteville in this one.
Penner takes it for Birmingham, slides it for Sinclair. Around the boards it goes. Lidke catches up with it. Behind the goal line for Penner for Sinclair. Gets past him and out, and Birmingham has to hustle over quickly. Of course, it's Taylor Brierly to do such. I don't think there's a better defenseman in this league than Taylor Brierly. Brings it through center ice. Gets away nicely from the defense of Fayetteville. Back at the point now for Lidke. For Sinclair. Down low. Penner with a nice pass. Brierly fanned on it. Open net to shoot at. Fayetteville will bring it into the Bulls zone. He gets away from the defense. He scores a shorthanded goal. Oh, my goodness. Birmingham has an excellent scoring chance down here, and it should have been 3-0. Instead, the puck goes the other way, and Fayetteville's Johnny Monkovich, their leading scorer, buries a shorthanded goal with only 4 seconds remaining of power play time to cut this Birmingham lead to 2-1. Wow.
Yeah, and you see that one, Jody, and I tell you what, I think that he double clutched, fanned on that shot, because it was off speed, almost like a knuckleball, and Austin Lotz reacted on the first shot attempt, and then the puck careened back, hit his stick again coming through, and up off the crossbar and in. Unfortunate play, but nonetheless, the Bulls had opportunities down here to finish, and that's how it goes so many times in hockey, from one end to the other, opportunity for opportunity.
Bopet, in the midst of all this, lost a blade on his skate. If Birmingham can just get control of that puck, it's a goal. But it turns the other way, and all of a sudden a shorthanded goal. And we got a brand new hockey game after Monkovich's 17th goal of the season.
And keep your eyes 2-1. Fayetteville at even strength, Jody.
Back at full and even strength. We'll get the assist call in a minute. Greg will listen in for that.
At 9:30 of the third.
Played by Birmingham at center ice. Just to the right of Bopet, touched up by Fayetteville. And Greg, all of a sudden, 10 minutes to go in this game. What was really an excellent game played by the Birmingham Bulls. One mistake defensively. Monkovich walked around 2 players. And we got a 2-1 hockey game.
And it was Monkovich from Love, Jody.
So Tyler Love with the assist on the shorthanded goal at 9:30 of the third period. Puck loose along the boards, played by Phil Ledzianko. Chips it for McTavish. Kip will go in after the play. Around the boards, McTavish has it. Near side, Troy McTavish can't get past Gervais, and it's taken away by Fayetteville, and they clear their own zone. Extra step now in for Fayetteville. They found some high octane after that shorthanded goal. As the puck comes back down in on Bopet, and he covers up as Ryan Romeo, I believe that's Jared Christie was bearing down in on him.
I'm okay with that, Jody. I mean, That's the D boxing them out, right? That's what you're supposed to do.
9:38 to go, and not that I'm nervous about this, but I'll reiterate, we need 2 points tonight, Greg.
Well, one of those ones, Jody, where especially in the first period when we were carrying the weight and we were working hard and all that stuff, you were just hoping that there wasn't that one oddity, a puck, you know, careening off the back glass or some kind of a goofy goal or something like that. And now that feeling's back a little bit. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
It only takes one break in hockey. It's a game of inches and sometimes millimeters. And that puck just happens to get in the net. But the Bulls, keep doing what you're doing. Just play like a 0-0 hockey game because, Jody, if I would have said to you at the start of the game with 9 minutes and 38 seconds left on the third period, 2-1 Bulls, are you going to take that with 9 minutes to kill?
Of course I am.
Absolutely.
Face-off in the Fayetteville zone, 9:38 remaining. Birmingham out shooting Fayetteville 27-23. It sets up what's going to be an entertaining last 9.5 to go of this period, no doubt.
Oh, definitely. This has been a great hockey game. Every fan sitting in the building, Jody's had their money's worth tonight.
Higgins for Birmingham out with Christie and a Pentagon. Dorsey and Romeo on defense. Fayetteville has Acosta out near side. Looks like Anzai will take the face-off for Fayetteville. Christie wins, back to Dorsey. Dorsey sends one in, a rising shot into the midsection of Bopet, and he holds on. Thought about, just for a split second, Greg, I thought he was going to lose control of that face-off, or that shot, but he gobbles it up.
Well, good save, but I like that by Dorsey. He's not looking to make a pretty pass, no chance for an interception. He's just throwing it in on net. Bulls get a little bit of traffic, get something going on in front of Bopet, and we need another one of those greasy goals, Jody.
Christie again wins control of the faceoff. Dorsey through the slot. Save made. Helmet pops off of Bopet. What a shot by Jamie Dorsey. Where's that been all year long?
Well, you know Dorsey, he pulls that puck, walks it across the blue
line. He broke
line.
his helmet.
Yep.
Now what happens? You don't have a spare helmet on the bench.
No, he'll have to put on Kenny's, and I guarantee you those helmets
I don't know if he can.
Well, those helmets are form-fitted, Jody, so each one of those is, you know, they put the plaster on your face, you got to lay down, they cut in eye holes and stick a straw in your mouth and mold that thing to your face.
So they're working on it. They're trying to repair it, but how long do you give them to do this? You can't take forever just to get your mask repaired. You either go back in or put Kenny in the game.
Well, smart play over there by looks like Fayetteville's defense over there talking to the referee and distracting him a little bit. Is that Ryback?
It's Ryback talking to him, and along with Anzai. Now the referee comes over, say, hey, what's going on? It's Mark Dungan. You can't give them all the time they want to do this. You've got a spare goalie on the bench with a helmet that works.
Either that or force him to take a timeout, Jody. Then at least that way it's timed.
We're still being delayed, waiting on Bopet to get his helmet on. I think they've repaired it, which is the best option. But once again, you just can't wait forever to get it done.
Well, if they win this draw back to Dorsey, Jody, look for Dorsey to do the exact same thing again. I put it right back out his blinkers to test that helmet again.
Bopet's had a heck of a game, especially in the late second, early third. Goes back into the net. His helmet's repaired, and we're ready to go. Face off to his right. Jared Christie's won his last two draws, comes back in along with Anzai to try it again. Christie again wins. They'll do it again. They'll premature movement. I think a Pentagon moved too quickly.
But yeah, Jody, Bopet definitely having a good night tonight. Could very easily be 5-1, 4-1 for the Bulls.
Puck is dropped. This time it comes back to Bopet, and Fayetteville controls. Love sends it far side. Now it's taken by Ryback. Poked away from him by a Pentagon. Bulls clear off the stick of Aonzo. Giving chases Higgins and Aonzo. Nice hit by Higgins. Far boards picked up. Higgins again delivering a hit, this time on Anzai.
I like that by Higgins. 2 hits on that forecheck.
Now Bulls Lodge plays it far board. Sent up. Penner taps it in to the Fayetteville zone. Under 9 to go here in the third. Bulls up 2-1. Pinner forechecking, causing a turnover right there. Brierly plays it behind the net. Birmingham does lose control and is played back into center ice. Kyle Powell better hurry up because Nolan's going to get there. He does. Loses control of the puck, though. Picked up by Fayetteville. They'll try and keep it alive. Sinclair takes it away for Birmingham, and Pinner clears the zone. Parity can't get it into the Bull zone. They'll turn it right back in. Played by Bopet. And a puck bounced right to him. I'm not sure if he was expecting that or not. Ryan Leith, his defenseman, had it bounce off his stick and went right into Bopet. They're talking right now. What happened?
One of those things, he threw it out. He wanted the D to take it, Jody, and the D was looking for his Birmingham forward coming in. He tied him up, and that just left a loose puck. But I tell you what, Tyler Penner makes such smart decisions on those dumps.
Off the draw, Birmingham's Clark has it. He gets away from Ambrosio, cuts behind the net, thought about a wraparound, sends it back to the point. Now Matthews floats one. That one's too high. Picked up by Phil Edzianko. Behind the net for McTavish. Return for Phil. No one in front. Kip was there, but he was tied up, and the puck bounces away. That's Grimshaw with it. He has it taken away by Birmingham. Now Clark spins just to get it out. That's an offside call as Grimshaw touches up. They hadn't vacated the zone yet when Clark cleared it for Birmingham. So with 7:36 to go here in the third, Bulls still clinging to a one-goal lead at 2-1.
I tell you, Jody, on that last play by Clark down there behind the goal line, I think he saw it and alluded to it, but it just looked like it was just a perfect opportunity to come for a hard wrap on that far post down there. But nonetheless, made a smart play, threw it up top.
You know, Greg, top to bottom, this league is just so much more balanced and stronger than it was last year. It's not even close. Any team can win on any given night, it seems like.
Absolutely.
Christie for Birmingham banks one off the boards and out. Now it's loose along the far side. Still loose, picked up now by Ryback. He'll drop it back. Return for Aaron. Aaron Ryback sends one into the far corner. Romeo will catch up first. Backhands one near side for Dorsey. Now Jamie Dorsey gets it out. Birmingham gets away. Here's McTavish on a breakaway through the slot. McTavish score! That puck bounced at center ice, and a nice tip pass over to McTavish. Troy McTavish skated along through the slot. He beat Bopet near post low, and Birmingham takes an important, once again, 2-goal lead off the stick of Troy McTavish.
I don't know, Jody. I'm calling it Pentagon on that. I know it's a little tough to see. That's a Pentagon.
Oh, it is a Pentagon.
Yeah.
I apologize.
Is that his first goal as a Bull?
That is a Pentagon's first goal as a Birmingham Bull. I do not know why I said McTavish. I apologize, but I was wrong. A Pentagon has had a heck of a game tonight. He's looked good every game he's played. That goal at 12:57, a Pentagon's first, give the Bulls a 3-1 lead. We'll catch the assists when they're called out. As Fayetteville clears, Brierly will pick it up. Here's the call.
Tony, a Pentagon! His first goal as a Bull. The assist, number 44, Jamie Dorsey, and number 9, Ryan Romeo.
Romeo and Dorsey on the assist. That's Romeo's second assist of the night. And Dorsey just showing again, and this time offensively, he's had a heck of a game for the Birmingham Bulls. 6:25 to go. Phil Edzianko brings it back in front for his brother Kip. Couldn't get the puck. Played behind the net for Birmingham. Back at the point for Matthews. Slap shot goes wide. Far side. Clark behind the net is played for Phil Edzianko. He's hammered on the play, or hounded on the play, that is. Loose puck picked up by Clark. Down low for Phil. He tried a centering pass, couldn't connect. Nolan intercepts for Fayetteville, and they'll bring it back into the Bulls zone. Monkovich spins, tries a centering pass, intercepted by the Bulls, and back comes McTavish, brings it in the Fayetteville zone. McTavish, save made. Rebound flutters near side. Loose now picked up just inside the blue line. Grimshaw skates ahead. There's a shot taken from the blue line. Stick save bounced into the glove of Lutz, and he'll hold on for a face-off with 5.5 to go here in the third.
I'll tell you, Jody, I like that line that Christie had going to the net on that shot by McTavish. He was right there in that rebound lane, and the puck came up off a bow pit, took a funny bounce about 8 feet in the air just over his head. But going back to the goal by a Pentagon, what a hit Licky took to set him free from that defense and stepping up.
I once again apologize for calling it a McTavish goal and was clearly a Pentagon. Thanks for correcting me on it. I'm just sorry I missed his first goal. Gervais with it. Tipped in by Ambrosio. Acosta going in after that. Puck just rolled right in on Lutz, who put the big mitt on it and covers it up, and we'll do it again, face off to his right with 5:19 to go here in the third period of play.
And you talk about those things, Jody, those X-factor things, and I know I just mentioned it before, but for all the fans at home, back it up when you see that goal. Back it up beyond the goal about 10 seconds, and you will see Licky right at the face-off dot, just outside their blue line, gets absolutely annihilated and just made a touch pass up there. That'll be something to look at, see if he didn't get the assist.
Off the draw, Fayetteville has it. There's a shot taken, save made by Lutz. Loose puck along the boards, cleared by the Bulls. Now Brierley goes down, picked up by Birmingham, and they'll set it up in their own end. Ahead to Olnick. Olnick taps it in. Going after it now is Leith. Sends one around far side for Abbott, and Ryback now has it for Fayetteville. Line change for the Marksmen. Loose puck picked up by Powell. Comes back to Dalton Hunter. A nice shot by Hunter. Midsection saved by Lutz, and he gobbles it up. He's not going to let anything go. He's going to hold on to everything and hold on as we have our last media timeout of the third period of play. Birmingham out shooting Fayetteville 32-25. More importantly, ahead in the scoreboard 3-1.
Well, Jody, that's something that we talked about before, about when Hayden Stewart was out. Hayden Stewart's out of the lineup, and Lutz has to go back to back to back to back to back. You know what I mean?
Very tough.
And now that Hayden Stewart is back, now they can get back in the rhythm that they had going before. Because having a night off here and a night off there as a goaltender, you can see Austin Lutz came into the game tonight, and that guy is absolutely dialed in right now.
4:40 to go here in the third period as we contemplate who we think, a little prematurely, I might add, but who we think the three stars of the game. You got a lot of candidates. A Pentagon, Kip Ledzianko, Jamie Dorsey is, to me, he's got to be at least the third. He's had a heck of a defensive game and an assist. Romeo with a pair of assists.
Go down the line,
yeah.
Jody. I mean, tonight honestly, you could pick any three guys
no
off
kidding.
that bench and send them out there for the three stars, and I would say absolutely to every one of them.
There's a shot by Love. That handcuffed Lutz, but he makes the save, played behind the Bulls' net now. There's a centering pass, another shot. That one by Monkovich. Again, Austin Lutz had it bounce off his chest, but he made the save and holds on for a face-off.
And before it was Bopitt's turn, Jody, at the end of the second period, start of the third, to hold Fayetteville in there. And now it's the Austin Lutz show down there in net for the Birmingham Bulls. And Lutz standing tall, making these big saves, and we need him right now down the dying stretches with 4:33 here left in the third period, and the Bulls up by 2.
Off the draw, puck loose in that face-off circle, far side, picked up by Birmingham. Clark tried to set it up far side for Ledzianko. He catches up with it. Save made, rebound loose. And that puck was shoveled right back to Bopitt by his brother Kip. That's a heck of a play by Birmingham. That's just good stick work.
Great job there identifying. Ledzianko had to step on the defender, Jody. Instead of trying to feather a pass through, the old bank off the backboard. Ledzianko cutting in from right to left. He had Bopitt beat, but Bopitt did a really good job staying with him.
He's flat on his belly making that stop. I'm impressed with Mason Bopitt. Even though he's given up 3, he's looked sharp. Face off to his right. Christie again on the draw for Birmingham. He's won 4 of his last 5 draws. Dorsey with it. He takes a shot through traffic. That one may have been tipped by Boput, but nonetheless goes wide. There's a big hit far side on Mercurio from Pentagon. This guy's all over the place.
Yep.
Tony Pentagon making a name for himself for the Birmingham Bulls. Now Dorsey absorbs a hit from Ryback. He'll send it in deep. Nice play by Higgins to keep it alive for the moment, but it's picked up by Fayetteville. That's far side. Looking ahead for Mercurio. He tips it in. Brierly was there for Birmingham along with Christie. It's loose now, and Taylor has it for Birmingham. Taylor Brierly sets it up for Olnick. Around the boards, the puck goes. Pinner going in after it. Picked up, though, by Parody. Nicholas Parody with the puck. Banks one up to center ice. Nolan had it taken away by Olnick. Brierly has it ahead for Dustin Pinner. Brings it into the Fayetteville zone. Pinner backhands a pass. Olnick couldn't get the shot off. Monkovich, a good play. Knocks the puck away from him. And it's cleared to the blue line and out by Ryan Nolan. 3 minutes to go, third period. Puck intercepted by Dalton Hunter as the shot goes wide.
Crossbar.
That one nicked the post or the crossbar one. And that finally a fluttering shot from just inside the blue line by Jeremy Gervais. That one gobbled up and held on to by Loss, but you're right, that one beat him and just got iron.
Dangerous shot there, Jody, but you talk about a quick release. That was a heck of a shot there. Austin Lott's coming across, did everything he could to get in front of that one. But that's part of it as a goalie, Jody. You don't have to get them all. You just got to give them enough so that they don't go in the net.
Now, Boput's been pulled in favor of an extra attacker with 2:56 to go. They're down by 2. That's a long time.
Yeah.
But they got to make something happen. So you can't really fault them. They'll probably call a timeout here and talk about it, but Boput right now on the bench in favor of that 6th attacker. Now, Greg, Fayetteville started this year amazing. First place. Them and Huntsville were running away in the league. They started the year 12-4-1 and set on top of the league with Huntsville. Since December 8th, though, Fayetteville has lost 11, and they're now tied for 3rd with Knoxville. They've won their last 2 games, though, one against Macon, one against Roanoke, but they're not quite the team they were early on.
Well, Jody, the same can be said for the Bulls.
Yeah.
It's one of those things where you talk about 1 through 8 this year, and any of those given teams at any given time were sitting in the top parts of the league, and they seem to go on hot streaks and go on cold streaks.
Fayetteville 8-11 on the road this year. And like Birmingham, I mentioned the amount of firepower we had of our lineup, the amount of goals, 46% of our goal production missing tonight. Same can be said for Fayetteville the same way. Johnny Monkovich, along with Ryan Nolan and Dalton Hunter, all 3 are on the ice. They've accounted for 40 goals and 47 assists. That's a third of Fayetteville's output this season offensively. So it looks like both teams has their 3 or 4 players they rely on and hope that the role players pick up the rest. Puck loose on the draw. Dalton Hunter has it. There's a shot in, save made, but dropped by Lodge. Birmingham will clear as Kip Ledzianko. Open net, takes a shot deflected by Gervais wide. Picked up by Fayetteville, far side. That one should have been a goal, Greg.
Yeah, I'd like to have that one again, Jody.
Centering pass
Here
for
we go.
Monkovich, gets past everyone, and this will do it. Puck comes free for McTavish. An open net to shootout. McTavish scores. Now I can call Troy McTavish on the goal. And that one will do it, folks. McTavish with an empty net goal. It doesn't get any easier than that. And a big, big win, a bigger statement, Greg, if you ask me, and the way the Birmingham Bulls have played this game as opposed to the last month. This is a great way to end the month of January.
Well, you wait, Jody. With 2 minutes and 25 seconds left, I don't think that the Bulls are done yet. I think they're going to come out. They're going to finish this one right to the final buzzer. This has been the most complete 58 minutes that I've seen this year. So let's get this one down the record book.
To section 107.
That was McTavish's 5th goal of the year, the empty netter, giving the Bulls the first time this month we've scored more than 3 goals. I didn't catch the assist, but at this point, I guess it doesn't matter. Birmingham finally getting off the schneid, getting off the toilet, if you will, and now we got 4 goals. Now we got something we can build on. I love the way the 3 new guys have played tonight. I love what they've done, especially Tony Apetagon. He's affecting everything from face-offs to goals to hits to assists. They may have found something with Apetagon.
Everybody, Jody, all those new guys, they all have their own little synchronicities that could bring into this synergy tonight.
It's amazing what a little new blood and youth can do to a lineup. As Birmingham has the puck at middle ice, played by Dorsey, past McTavish. Christie, another newcomer, has had a heck of a night at the faceoff circle, chips it ahead, but taken away by Mercurio for Fayetteville. He drops it back for Love. Tyler Love, near faceoff circle, puts the brakes on, can't get past Litke, and Birmingham takes the puck and backhands it out of the zone. That was Olnick. A minute and a half to go here in the third period. Bulls up 4-1. Kyle Powell plays it along the far boards. Olnick is there along with Parity. Kept in. Now a big hit by Powell along the far boards. Watch it. We don't need anybody missing tomorrow night's game. This game is over. As it's walked out in front. Save made by Lotz off the stick of Acosta. Olnick will pick the puck up and clear for Birmingham. I'm just mentioning that was a nice hit by Powell, but let's leave it at that. No more trouble. Agreed?
It was. That's a great play by Penner defensively back there. Jody covering for Powell.
Now Birmingham picks the loose puck up at center ice, dumps it into the Fayetteville zone. Phil Ladzianko behind the net, wrap around, save made. And you're right, they're still trying to score.
Yep.
Now Fayetteville will bank one off the boards into center ice, picked up by Matthews. He'll drop it back for Clark. Phil Ladzianko tips it in, played behind the Fayetteville net. Marksmen have it. Leith ahead for Gervais. 25 seconds remaining as Clark picks the puck up for Birmingham. Christie backhands one out. Wilkins has it. Gervais hammers one in, gloved by Lotz, and he'll hold on with 13.1 seconds remaining here in this third period of play. Birmingham out in front 4-1. Now a little discussion going on between, it looks like, Mercurio for Fayetteville. I can't see the number of the Birmingham player. Is it Matthews? Yeah, it's Kyler Matthews. They'll skate away from each other and pick this up tomorrow night.
Yeah, Mercurio's kind of a skill guy, Jody. You know, good shooter, that kind of stuff. Don't know what he's really thinking there, but, you know, Matthew's probably one of our tougher customers, so he needs to be careful there.
Face off in the Bull zone. Mercurio had it. He spins one, stick save made by Lotz. Puck is loose in the corner. We're down to 5 seconds to go in this game. Now Matthews holding up Abbott, or Dorsey that is, and the final shot gloved out of the air by Lotz, and Birmingham with their most impressive win since a 7-4 win back in November against Knoxville. And I'm not certain, but I would say this is even more impressive because of the way they played defensively, the smartness of their plays offensively, the new blood in the lineup, a heck of a game by Austin Lotz. But this is a game I've been waiting to see, Greg, all month long.
Well, it's one of those, you mentioned it, Jody, with new blood in the lineup. And, you know, even with a minute left in the game, the Bulls still had that taste in their mouth. And if, you know, there's any Vampire Diaries fans out there, you can call it the bloodlust, but the Bulls had the taste, and they carried it through right to the final buzzer. So, remember that feeling, Jody. Package it up. Have a good night tonight. Get rested up and come back tomorrow and get ready to do the same thing all over again because it's a full moon tonight.
Well, let me ask you about tomorrow night. How do you bottle up the efforts you had tonight, the emotional activities behind it, the physical play? How do you bottle that up and carry it over into tomorrow night?
I think when everybody gets in the dressing room, Jody, that's just one thing where you sit there and you just let everybody have the moment. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Have the moment, take a second, remind everybody about how good it feels. And yeah, guys are going to be beat up and sore and everything and all that, but it's a lot easier to take, Jody, after a win and after a total team effort just like the Bulls had tonight.
Well, there's nothing I can say to be critical of the game and how it was played tonight. Every aspect of the Birmingham Bulls hockey game tonight was absolutely excellent. Defensively, goaltending, playing the neutral zone, on the face-off circle, the escapes out of your own zone, everything was perfect as far as I'm concerned. This wasn't a perfect hockey game, I'm not saying that, but comparatively to what we've seen the entire month of January, this is Birmingham Bulls hockey.
Absolutely, Jody. I agree 100% on that. And let me tell you something about hockey game being perfect. There is no such thing, and the reasons why the Bulls had success tonight is because even when things didn't go their way, they didn't quit on any play, Jody, and they just turned around and went harder to try and fix any mistakes that were made tonight. So I'm very impressed with how the Bulls played defensively. Very impressed with Austin Lott standing back there in the net tonight. And I mean, like I said, 3 stars. I think tonight we had 19 stars.
Yeah. Well, I'm very impressed. Can't wait to talk to Craig Simchuk after this one. I'm dying to know what he thinks of his lineup for tomorrow night. You brought it up. How do you change the lineup
You don't.
after this?
You can't.
It's so impressive. You got to come back with the same crew, do you not?
Same crew. And like I said, it's just like back in the 90s, Jody, when I played in net, it was my paint until it wasn't my paint. And right now, there's not a guy you can look at down there on that bench and say, you don't deserve to go again tomorrow night. So I think you got to come with the same lineup. And those guys who aren't in the lineup, they're going to have to sit, wait. Nothing wrong with resting and getting healthy. It's the right time of year for that. And you ride this out as long as you can.
All right. Looks like one of the stars of the game were right. Tony Pentagon. I'm not sure which number it was. Kipledzianko, very deservingly, two points tonight. Goal and an assist. I don't know. Maybe the number 1 star is Austin Lotz. Jamie Dorsey. I don't care which one.
I don't know.
It's going to be Lotz. Watch and see. I mean, he did have a heck of a game. Mason Bopit had just as impressive a game, but Birmingham just got to him.
Right. Well, hey, for a guy who came in, the way his numbers looked and, you know, how he looked in warm-up even, Jody, I tell you what, that kid had a heck of a game and coming out, and I'm like, hey, he's got a future, especially being 21 years old.
And Austin Watts, number 1 star of the game. He also is going to have his jersey auctioned off, so I'm sure that'll go real well. But tonight, finally, we get to walk out of here and know that we saw a complete hockey game from the Birmingham Bulls tonight. There's no aspect of it I would be critical of it whatsoever. So that'll do it. 4-1, the final score, Birmingham over the Fayetteville Marksmen. We'll do it again here tomorrow night. Same time, same place, Hawaiian jersey night. First 1,000 adults into the stadium get a free Hawaiian shirt. I'm sure, I don't know what ticket sales are going for, but if it's anything like tonight, it's going to be a heck of a crowd. Sold out tonight. Tomorrow I expect the same thing. So for Greg Dreveny, I'm Jody Chernesky. Thanks for joining us, everyone. Once again, final score, Birmingham 4, Fayetteville 1. Thanks for joining us, everyone.